Chat, lock in, bro. We're going to watch like a video or two. 6 terrifying cave moments caught on camera.
A YouTuber named Alex from the channel Cantrell Caving is known for exploring some of the most dangerous, narrow, and unpredictable cave systems.
How do you think they rate the cave? I would understand being like, oh, this is sick, you know, look at the view, look how deep it goes. But I feel like a lot of these expert cavers, they're just like more than half of the caving experience. They're just wedged in between a wall. Or they breathe out and move. And they just do that the whole time. And then they get out of that and they're like, yeah, that was a 10 out of 10 experience. I thought I was going to die the entire time. I enjoyed every moment of it.
In the world. But this time, his passion nearly cost him his life.
I will say, whenever I think about caving, I immediately think about Nutty Putty Cave, where the guy died upside down. So scary. Like, it gives me anxiety thinking about that. Like, being in that, like, position. Like, where you're just literally stuck with the blood rushing to your head. You can't move and you can barely breathe.
November 3rd, 2023, a group of 5 young men, including Alex and his close friend Jacob, set out to explore a cave they had never been in before. The plan was simple: follow the rope, reach the end, and document the journey. But nothing ever goes exactly as planned underground. At first, everything seemed fine. Headlamps.
What's also crazy to me is somebody saw this hole. Like, for them to know this went somewhere, human curiosity, somebody walks up to this at some point in time, you know, 40 years, weird pause. Somebody walks up to this cave here and, you know, they go, hey, I want to see where that goes. Like, I would maybe crouch down, look in, and be like, nah, that's too narrow. No, that motherfucker crawled through to where he couldn't move anymore and just kept going.
Headlamps on, boots laced, spirits high. They moved deeper inside, unaware that the conditions had already changed, and fast.
Do it!
Are they having fun? No, like, is this... Like, they're like, oh, dude, it's getting so tight. I feel like I'm dying. Oh, dude. Oh, the water level's rising. Dude, we're displacing it. I think I'm inhaling fucking bacteria. Oh, why does the air smell weird?
Not long into their descent, they found themselves battling rising water. The cave's narrow passages were partially flooded, making every step harder and far more dangerous. The air was heavy with moisture, and the rocks were slick. Every step forward took them...
I love the monotone voice of this guy. Like, he's just explaining a historical event to me. The air was thick, and they were nervous for what was to come next.
Deeper, both into the cave and into the unknown.
What happens if you pee in a wetsuit? Just asking for... It just stays. I'm asking for a friend.
Oh, I'd be pissing a storm in that fucking wetsuit, dude. I would be like, I would look like a Superman when I was in a wetsuit for too long, because it would be full of piss and it would make me bigger. So like, it would get to the point where like unless it leaks out of your leg, but I feel like it's like airtight. It would be, I'd be blown up like a balloon.
It just stays with it.
If you had a superpower, you would be Water Boy. All right, not like Water Boy.
Last minute emergency.
It would be more like Aquaman.
Source.
They were still laughing, talking about reaching the end of the tunnel, but beneath the surface, tension was starting to build. Jacob, who had scouted part of the route ahead, tried to warn them. Some sections are completely underwater. You'll have to duck your head just to get through. There's no way to breathe.
I mean, he can't even look where he's going unless he has like a reflected, like if his camera is showing him what it's recording behind him.
In parts of it.
Like, how does he know where he's going?
I can't hear Edward. Go. Edward, go right. Go right. Okay, gotcha.
Still, the group pushed forward, following the rope and hoping nothing would go wrong. But as they went deeper into the flooded tunnel, fear began to show on Alex's face. His confidence faded. His movements grew tense and frantic. The water level kept rising until it filled his ears, and the only...
I think the second I couldn't have my ears out of the water, I would have to turn back. Where, like, you're trying to talk to your friends that are in front of you, and it's muffled because you're underwater and your forehead is pressed against the top of the cave.
The only way to breathe was to tilt his head
Like, I don't think I would panic until here. I think I would be able to, if like my chin and my full head was out, I think I would just be like, okay, yeah, whatever.
straight up toward the ceiling. The deeper he crawled, the more unstable he became, until suddenly, everything went wrong.
You going, Jacob? Oh, he just bailed. No.
Oh, is his friend panicking?
You're good. You're good. You're good. Oh my God! I'm coming out. All right, move back.
I feel like if you go caving and do this, caving isn't for you. Is that like fucked to say? Like, even if you have the interest in caving, if like you panic like that and then, you know, put your life and like your friends' lives like in danger in the sense of like, oh no, I'm just gonna push past them. I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, obviously he didn't want to do that. It was probably like an instinct, but like, my God, dude. I would be so mad at him.
One of Alex's friends
He could have gotten knocked out.
panicked. Struggling to breathe, he grabbed onto Alex in desperation, nearly dragging them both underwater. Cold, water, darkness, claustrophobia. In a cave, panic is your worst enemy.
Oh yeah, no, I would definitely panic because you would be mini breathing. You'd be like, because you can't like take, especially the position they're in, like they couldn't breathe normally.
Despite the chaos, they somehow managed to keep their heads above water. Inch by inch, they pulled themselves back toward the light. By the time they reached an open space, both Alex and his friend were scraped, bruised, and completely exhausted. It could have ended very differently. They were lucky to survive. This man was exploring a
Damn, would y'all rather be in like an underwater trapped cave, like a semi-underwater one like that, or just like a tight space? I feel like I'd rather be in the water. I wouldn't want to be underwater, but I would rather deal with that than like having to squeeze through like a gap that I actually think I can't breathe in. Because that was more like in his head versus actually your chest being compressed.
cave when he reached a dangerously narrow passage.
Oh yeah, like no, I'm not. I'd rather do the water by far. It's not even close. Like because right here, if you panic, you're just screaming, and then you're gonna faint.
Determined to push
Like you can't move.
forward, he squeezed himself into the tight gap and nearly became stuck. The video was uploaded to YouTube on January 10th, 2022, under the title "Smothered in a Claustrophobic Cave." The man behind the channel, Caveman Hikes, has posted dozens of similar videos, where he successfully escapes caves after long and risky explorations. But in this video, things
Wow,
look
man, what happens if you put on a few pounds too? You know, you're used to caving in like tight areas. You're like, oh, you know, they may have stats on the cave of how like thick it is. You're like, I can fit through that. You know, it was just Thanksgiving. You had a few full meals. You're 5-10 pounds heavier. Uh-oh.
far more tense.
But so far I haven't felt like that squeeze, but I don't
know what that means. I'm assuming by squeeze he means like a fearful tightening around my body. Not like you're being hugged, but like you're being pressed, like compressed.
know if I'm gonna be able to take the light with me is the problem.
Is he going down or up right now?
If I go Superman style, I can certainly get through, but then my clothes are gonna bunch up.
He's going down. So he thinks he's going to be able to get back up through this if he can't even go down? Like gravity's not aiding him. Or gravity is aiding him and he can't get down there. There's no shot in hell he's going to be able to get back up.
Look cool
He could be sideways right now, too.
on camera, but very uncomfortable bunching clothes up and backing up at the same time. So one of the nice things about these is you can use your feet for leverage, and you can't see that, but I take my feet and I pinch it up against the ceiling, and then I use that to leverage myself backwards. So I'm leveraging myself through here. And I fit okay. It didn't look like I was gonna, but I'm pretty much... I just have a hard time leveraging myself to move myself over this knuckle. But it's gonna be...
Dude! And you, like, say you panic, you faint, you get up, and you, like, can't get out. Even if you called for help, I feel like if somebody came down, they're like, all right, we're going to get you out, man. I'd be like, no, don't even ask me to do anything. Knock me the fuck out. Inject me with horse tranquilizer and just pull my body out. I want to wake up out of this fucking cave. I would not be able to be like, all right, man. All right. Exhale and I'm going to pull you. Fuck that. Drag my limp body out of this.
It's gonna be a little lossy here.
For a while, he keeps trying to push deeper into the cave, but eventually realizes he's almost completely trapped.
Trying to give you a decent view.
Oh my God.
What's going on?
Oh my God. Getting out of that. Dude, he literally is like.
My little gumdrop's life here. I'll bring you closer.
He's not going to try and get back up. He's going, I'm going to keep trying to go down.
Closer. There we go. So it's all about leverage, and I don't know where my feet are here, but I'm working my way through here as I can. I can't turn and see. You see, this is the problem with the clothes bunching up. My knee pad's caught. Okay.
At that
I do gotta say, these people, I feel like these cavers gotta be like, I'm just assuming, very lax people. Like, there's no way you could do this, deal with the anxiety of this, and then not be like basically able to handle any stress, you know? Like, I feel like if you could deal with this, bro, oh my God, you're able to withstand anything.
moment, he decides not to risk it any further and begins carefully backing out the way he came. Fortunately, he manages to escape without any injuries.
I'm shocked he was able to back out through that.
This story comes from the YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins, run by two brothers, James and Edward.
I am so surprised that there are this many caving channels. And I will say I get this. Like this right here. All these things that he's reaching, this is fucking awesome. Rafting 5 miles underground inside the largest cave in the USA. There's like a huge waterfall, or like this with a 280-foot waterfall. Looks like a lake. Like, I would get you squeezing through the gap to get to one of these places.
Since early 2020, they've
versus like just doing the gap for the love of the game.
Been exploring dangerous and extremely tight cave systems, documenting their underground adventures. But in March 2021, one of their expeditions brought them terrifying.
Like, who went down that? Somebody saw that shit one day and went, yeah, I'm going to go look in that hole.
Close to death.
Like, I would even just be worried that, like, just from an outer perspective, I'd be like, I'm not peeking my head in there, dude. There could be an animal in there. There could be, like, a mountain lion style. I don't fucking know what region this is.
Decided to explore the well-known Pettyjohn Cave in Georgia. By that time, they had already visited several sections of this sprawling maze-like cave system, even discovering an underground waterfall during one of their previous trips. They felt confident enough to take on the challenges of this underground labyrinth. However, this time, their goal was one of the most difficult sections of the cave, appropriately named the Nervous Breakdown.
This one.
Yo, let's go caving, man. We're going to go down the Nervous Breakdown. It's going to be fucking awesome. Oh, really? The name of the fucking cave is a Nervous Breakdown. Oh, yeah, let's go down that. That'll be so fun. Somebody said Satan's ass crack. Yeah, dude, they always have, like, weird names like that. Let's go through the pulverizer. It's going to be sick, man. There's, like, one section where you have to shimmy down a tube like imagine you're a Slim Jim. And you're just trying to get out of the packaging. It's going to be like that.
It's tight.
A title that perfectly describes the mental state of anyone attempting to pass through it. The beginning of the trip went smoothly.
Is it wet? Is it all wet? I feel like that would be better for me if everything was slippery. Do you think they ever, like butter themselves up? Spray a little Pam on themselves?
The brothers squeezed through a narrow entrance and reached the first open chamber of the cave. But soon, the passages began to narrow again, forcing them to crawl through tighter and tighter spaces. After about 25 minutes of crawling, they faced their first serious obstacle. A muddy chamber with a deep, narrow pit in the middle that had to be carefully skirted along the edge. One wrong move would mean falling into a tight shaft with almost zero chance of climbing back out.
See, but like, I could do this. I could do this. Could you guys do this? Like, if I get a crouch, I don't care. Even if there's like a little few parts where I would have to like crawl. But the second I gotta like lay down and scooch myself through the opening, nah, it's over.
With almost zero chance of climbing back out. The slippery walls and lack of solid footing would make it nearly impossible to pull someone out. After safely passing this dangerous area, they finally reached the entrance to the infamous nervous breakdown. To their frustration,
they're not even there yet, freaking out about getting there.
Part of the surrounding area had collapsed, making it much harder to find a safe route forward. Rocks were scattered everywhere, narrow drops surrounded them, and pitch-black darkness filled the space. After a long search, Edward eventually located an entrance and decided to go down, leaving his brother above as a backup in case something went wrong. He had no idea that this decision would become one of the biggest mistakes of his life. After descending a bit deeper, Edward tried to contact his brother, but there was no response.
I found a rope.
Oh my god, and they just stopped communicating? I feel like I would think he's dead.
I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh.
He suddenly found himself in a nightmare scenario, lost in an unknown part of the cave with no way to communicate. At first, he tried to stay calm
They don't even have like radios or things they could call for help with.
and continued moving, still hoping he would meet James somewhere ahead. But after 30 minutes of searching and calling out with no answer, the reality of the situation began to sink in. He
I'm
knew
just
that
leaving, bro. I'm leaving. Are you gonna keep going deeper in to try and find? Like, wait, I'm confused right now. Is his brother or friend in front of him deeper in the cave or further back? Or they're just different. They're lost. Like, they're at different parts. It's like a maze.
panic was the worst possible
Oh, he's just lost.
reaction, but anxiety was slowly taking over. After countless
What are these ropes on the ceiling? They can't just fall, like,
failed
follow that?
attempts to locate his brother, Edward decided to retrace his steps,
Wow.
only to realize how difficult that would be.
They got, like, breadcrumbs.
James!
I feel like I'd be marking the cave.
James! It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him. I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same.
Nah, this is the worst. This is the worst. This is the worst. The only thing I will say is if I got turbo lost and people knew I was caving. Hello, everybody, bloody you. Brooke did my makeup in like 10 minutes. I am supposed to be a dead possum. That is my Halloween outfit for this stream. What are we rating the fit? I'm probably going to sweat my fucking ass off in this shit. They also give me these little, like, claws. Rawr. It's so hot. Okay. We're about to hop into the short horror films, but I do want to watch this Papa Meat video first. Most haunted places in the world.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Tune in, sit on down, because today we're going to be talking about the most haunted places in the entire world.
How do they determine what's haunted and not? Like, what level of haunted something is? Is that just off of personal accounts? Like 100 people said they got, you know, mauled by a ghost in here. So that means it's more haunted than somewhere else. The number of ghosts. Yeah, no shit. But it's like, that has to be off of personal accounts. From the Phasmophobia EMF reader. Oh, really? They just go into each place. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, yeah, no, that's really fucking haunted. All right. That's number one for sure.
We've done America. There might be more things to talk about in America because they are a part of the world.
I would get that. Without explanation, I would understand you saying the Paris catacombs are the most haunted area in the world because there's actually 3 million dead bodies down there. That makes sense to me. You walk in the Paris catacombs, the walls are human bones. So I understand you going, yeah, this place is probably pretty fucking haunted. But then some random shore house in Delaware it's like, yeah, this place, somebody died here, you know, in the 1800s. This place is really fucking haunted. Like, I need to hear some shit where it's like, this place is so haunted, anytime anybody enters this area, they die.
But today we're going worldwide, baby, because October is the scariest time of the year. And what better way to get into Halloween spirit than exploring some of the strangest and most terrifying places?
Also self-explanatory, understandable. I'm asking a bit of a kind of stupid question now. I think I answered that shit myself by just pressing play on the video. Yes, there's no, like, I guess, analytical difference between the two places that are less or more haunted than one or the other. But I would much rather stay in this, whatever this fucking room is for a night, than, like, a house.
The strangest and most terrifying places known to man. In the past, we've explored the scariest places across the United States, but now it's time to branch out and discover what the rest of the world has to offer, which no one is as old as the United States, so I doubt it's any. From the cold and mysterious castles found in Europe to the haunted temples in Asia to the cursed tombs of Africa, there truly isn't anywhere on the planet that the dead...
Understanding a tomb being cursed. Awakening, basically digging up a dead body, probably not a great play. I would understand somebody saying that's haunted.
Don't inhabit. The ghosts, they go everywhere.
Even underground?
They might be underground. So get ready as we cover some insane or unique haunts that are sure to cause a scare. The first stop on our journey takes us across the pond over to the UK, where one of the most haunted places in the world is set to reside. Though you wouldn't think...
Oh my god, the most haunted place in the world in the UK is just a Tesco. Oh, well, actually, the most haunted place in the world is actually on 5th Street. It's an old pizzeria, one of the first in the UK.
Think at first glance, the Tower of London has terrorized people for centuries.
Bro, I re-looked at my 23andMe results, and they changed my shit. I'm like 42% English. I was like 42% French and German, 30% Italian, 10% British, 10% Ashkenazi Jew. Now, I'm 37%. I'm 37% English, 37% Italian, 10% or 20% German. You're Jewish? I'm percentage Jewish. I have a lineage of Ashkenazi Jewish people in my family. Dude, they changed my results. So like, like 30% of my ancestry is from fucking the UK. How upsetting. No, I'm kidding. Have you ever left money in your Cash App account wishing you could spend it directly from the account rather than having to transfer it? Well, the Cash App debit card is for you. The Cash App debit card, customizable, by the way, has 0 hidden fees, no monthly charges, or minimum balance requirements. The Cash App debit card also gives you exclusive discounts on everyday things that you buy: coffee, video games, food delivery, and more. If you're a fan of concerts and music, you also get exclusive pre-sale access to many of your favorite artists, including Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Sabrina Carpenter, Drake, and more. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers over the age of 18 can earn $10 if they use code CASH10 in their profile at sign up, as well as send $5 to a friend or more in the first 14 days. If you're 13 to 17, request a parent or guardian sponsored account and use promo code CASH10 at sign up and get $10 dropped into your account when you order and activate a Cash App card, and send $5 or more to a friend within the first 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App, thank you for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it.
They built in 1078. What?
It's old.
God damn.
What was built in 1078? The haunted castle? Oh, no, that looks haunted. Any, like, old king's castle made of stone, and it's cold, and there's, like, a weird breeze that bustles through the windows at night, like, that's haunted, for sure. Fine.
God damn, give the motherfucker facelift. Have they touched it since then? Surely they had. Okay. The Tower of London has housed both royalty and some of the most...
Last refurbished in 2025. I was bored one day, and I was looking at castles you could stay in the UK and Europe in general, and what really upset me was all of the castles on the inside were, like, modern-day homes. I don't know what part of me thought that Airbnb would let you list a castle with, like, a fucking stone bed, or, like... I truly thought the inside of a castle, like if I rented a castle out, I didn't think the inside would be like heat insulated. I thought it would be like stone walls. You walk on the inside, it's just stone. It's a castle. You're staying in a castle. Because that's what I would want, personally. If I rented out a castle to stay in a castle, I don't want the inside of the castle to feel like I'm in a fucking New York City high-rise apartment. I want to feel like I'm in the 12th century. And and there's no AC, and there's kind of like rats or bugs that kind of crawl in at night. I want the authentic experience.
The Tower of London has housed both royalty and some of the most notorious criminals in the UK's history. The 18-acre half prison, half palace is situated on the River Thames in central London and was a functioning prison up until 1952, when it closed its doors and reopened as a tourist attraction. I don't really know if I like the idea of I'm royalty and I live here. Also, there's prisoners in the same building as me.
That seems unsafe. Maybe they enjoyed having prisoners.
Yeah. Royalty's white noise for sleeping wasn't just like monkeys and jungle music. It was like, and like
literal prisoners screaming. They're getting tortured by the rats. Dude, they had that in the underside of castles. They would just like chain you to a wall with a bunch of rats. And eventually you would just starve to death slowly, and then they would eat you alive. So you're falling asleep. You know, you're king blank and blank from the 10th century. Me. Ah! Ah! Please! I didn't mean it! And that's just like in the background. I mean, you know, I don't know how well sound travels through stone, but I would assume you'd probably hear some of it.
Many of the royal residents who ruled over the UK had received exotic animals as gifts and stored them in that tower. This ranged from monkeys to lions, and in one instance, a polar bear. And in 1250...
Damn, dude, getting gifted a polar bear. In the UK, where was the nearest polar bear to the UK in the year 1200? Like the Nordic regions? That's badass. I'm wondering how they transported that. How do you capture a polar bear in the year 1200? Before you had, like, knockout darts, how the fuck did you trap an alive polar bear? A wooden box. What, like some Looney Tunes cartoon, you lure it and just go, huh, and then the box falls on top of it? I'm saying, no, I'm not worried about how you transport it. No shit, yeah, you put it on the back of a horse carriage and fucking pull it. How do you get the bear in there without killing it? Let me bang that. Box traps, they were lured into a large box trap, like with bait. So it literally was like what you would do with like modern day like gophers or raccoons.
Received a white bear from the King of Norway and housed it in the Tower of London Menagerie, where it lived out its days swimming in the river and eating fish. I still don't think that's probably a good time for it. A big white bear, he play in the grey water, eat our trash fish in the grey water. Now he turns into a black bear. He used to be white. It was grey. However, several witnesses claim to have seen a ghostly white bear wandering the complex.
Okay, bro, the soul. I thought you were going to say this shit was haunted because of the fucking, like, scary things that happened in it. They have a tower in London where people claim to see the dead polar bear from the year 1200.
Whoa, haunted bear.
I really didn't even think about animals haunting.
I didn't know they could haunt.
I thought animals didn't have souls.
Maybe this bear was reincarnated, or the person was reincarnated as a bear, and then, died, and now it's good ghost haunts.
Would you rather be haunted by a bear or a man?
I feel like a bear.
I'd rather be haunted by a bear for sure. Because it's still going to have the mind of a bear. So, what's it going to do? You're going to get jump scared every once in a while. After some point, it's probably going to start liking you, you know? I'd be like, bro, chill out.
In 1816, a night guard heard strange sounds coming from the jewel room and decided to investigate. He definitely wasn't stealing. Did you guys hear that? When he opened the door, he saw a large white bear standing in the darkness. What the fuck is the bear doing there? Shocked by this, he thrust his bayonet at the beast, only for it to pass through and stab the wall behind it. Oh. The guard was later found in a state of shock and taken to the guard's barracks, where he was inspected. The head guard found no signs of intoxication, all while the guard was silently mumbling about what he had seen.
See, bro, do you think the guard knew about the bear previously? Because I will say that is very weird. If the guard had known about the story, I would assume he was seeing things. But if the guard had no clue and just happened to see a white polar bear in a UK castle...
What do you think it really was? He obviously went in there to steal jewels.
Yeah.
What if it was like just a large fat man?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah, and then you mistake him for a bear. The guy comes up later. He's like looking at him in the hospital room. What's wrong with him?
yeah.
Not long after the incident, the guard went completely insane and died from shock. I bet you that was probably...
What? What? Right after he fucking went insane and died? I thought it was going to be like, oh, he just moved on, retired from it because it freaked him out. He fucking lost his mind and died. I feel like he already had to be insane. You got to think, bro, what is the psychiatrist, the psychological examiner in the year 1800? So what do you see, my boy? There was a polar bear. I tried to thrust my sword into it, but it disappeared. And what would you say your mental condition is? I'm perfectly sane. Everybody's always been saying I've been crazy since I was a young lad, but I've always seen these polar bears, and every time I try to stab them, they disappear. I think he's okay. I think he might be okay. I think this place might actually be haunted. Nothing might be wrong with him.
Around the same time, Edmund Linthal Swift, who would find the frightened guardsman, also had a scare of his own. One night, Edmund brought his family to Anne Boleyn's room in the Martin Tower, where she had been held before her execution. And after closing all the blinds and locking the doors, the family saw a pill-shaped apparition form in the middle of the room. A pale white phantom traveled to each person, sitting at the table in the middle of the room before stopping above Edmund's wife. Before she could move, the pill shot down onto her shoulder, forcing her to crouch in pain and yell, "Ow!"
Shot down onto her shoulder, just rips her fucking right arm off. Oh my god! Oh my god! Just say what? Like a guy from that era in time trying to react to that.
Christ, it has seized me! As soon as she yelled, Edmund grabbed a chair and threw it at his wife.
Threw it at his wife, knocks her out cold.
She's like, I think I have shoulder pain, causing the ghost to disappear. Oh my.
I don't know. This kind of seems like a spousal abuse story that's kind of clouded in a... I swear I didn't just throw a chair at her. There was a ghost! A pill-shaped ghost! It's Anne Boleyn's room! She was about to get executed. I had to throw the chair at her.
To this day, it is known as the Phantom Lava Lamp and is said to haunt that very room. I don't like that. That scares me. I also don't, you know what it is?
I feel like it doesn't scare me. I feel like it being a weird orb of energy would be less scary than like a figurine. If I was in that room and I saw like a fucking Matrix pill of white light just morphing around, I'd be like, I don't think I would be scared. I'd be more intrigued, no? That would be something you'd investigate. Like, if you were in the woods at night and you saw, like, an apparition of a man walking around, your ass is beelining it the opposite direction. But if I saw an orb of white light... Can we stop with that shit? What do you mean? Stop. Can we... If I saw an orb of white light, bro, I would be like... Oh, let me go check that out. Oh, the lava lamp is the orb? What are y'all doing if it just started floating? It floats towards me to my right shoulder, just fucking cuts it clean off. I go, oh! Oh!
King Henry VIII is responsible for many of the ghosts found at the tower, so it's no surprise to see him lurking around. In 1890, a sentry guard was doing his round when he heard someone call his name, where he turned around and he saw a bloated face of King Henry. He claimed that Henry's face was...
King Henry's bloated face? Oh, well, you know, actually, the system many people use in the United States for measurement is off of my own foot. It may have been overestimated slightly to make my feet seem quite bigger because, you know, a lot of people relate feet to another part of the human body, but nevertheless... It is based off of myself.
Deep red and drooling at the mouth. After calling his name, the spirit chased the guard down the hallway before it soon disappeared. Anne Boleyn was the second wife of King Henry and was charged with incest and adultery after...
Anne Boleyn, I've heard her name before, but I didn't know who she was. She was executed as King Henry's wife. It wasn't that like a get around for him because he wanted to keep remarrying or something? Isn't that why he also started another church of his own? That's King Henry, right? King Henry, like, kept wanting to get annulments, and eventually the priests were like, hey, man, you can't keep just divorcing your wives. You can't, that's a no-go. And he's like, oh, really? Well, I'll just start my own thing in it. And then that's what he did.
She was beheaded for her crimes and has been seen walking around with her head in her hands. Just down the road from the Tower of London is the world's most haunted pub called...
Her head in her hands? She was walking with her head in her hands, or her hands holding her head?
Haunted pub called the Grenadier. It was built in the 1720s as a barracks for soldiers, and it wasn't until a century later that the building was converted into a bar. And shortly after it was converted, a soldier named Cedric was beaten to death in the basement after getting caught cheating during a card game.
They beat him to death for cheating in a fucking card game.
Fair. It's just so funny back in the day, like, he cheated at this game. All right, let's kill him.
Do you think he was just doing really good
And they just claimed that he was cheating? Oh my god. No, they were all playing like poker together and he just kept getting pocket aces. He must be cheating. I swear it's just a crazy stroke of luck, guys. You gotta believe me. Why don't we take him downstairs? Show him the real one, too, innit? Well, show him what a real ace of spades is. And then they just beat him to death.
I have a sneaking suspicion he's like, I hate to say it, but it's a full house again. All right, boys. You know what I mean? Like, since then, it is said that his spirit haunts the pub and torments guests. On more than one occasion, people have witnessed a cigarette being smoked by itself. And one person even claimed...
That's freaky. Like, literally just a cigarette standing in the... It's just, like, floating in the corner.
To have been burned by an invisible cigarette, which is kind of fun. I like this because he's a ghost and he's smoking real cigarettes, and then he is also like, you know what, fuck you, put that in your neck.
Yeah, also I like how that is definitely just some guy, other soldiers fucking with each other, like you know what I mean, like just flicking. Yeah.
Oh, just burning each other and then saying it was a ghost.
People are probably so gullible too. They're like, I got burned by a ghost. Instead of like looking around and being like, did you burn me? I bet you that.
Oh my god, yeah, it's a pub. Everybody's drunk. You already know the story about the guy that got beat to death, and then you're just smoking a cigarette. You go around your friend's neck and just go, tss. Oh! Was that you? No, it wasn't. Oh my god. I swear I just got burned by a cigarette. Was it floating? Yeah, so it's just like a bit. And then everybody falls for it.
Other patrons have claimed to have seen a spectral soldier in mirrors and photos taken in the bar. Cedric is also known to create cold spots, rearrange furniture, and cause people to feel depressed.
Bro, I hate the idea of a cold spot. You're under the AC vent. You're under the AC vent. That's what it is. Ah. Oh my god, it's getting a bit chilly in here. Oh. We don't have AC in the UK nor vents? Huh? There's no AC. What? We don't have AC. Let me bing that. Fewer than 5% of homes have AC in the UK. What? Most UK homes are designed to retain heat and people rely on fans or AC units to cool down. Bro, it doesn't get hot as shit. You guys don't have... Do you have heating units? Like, is there heaters? The climate's different. Bro. But I never thought the UK doesn't have AC. Most homes have a...
After she sent them the original picture.
You got way more than expected. $29.68.
Do girls like men's feet? Men with feet. It's what psychologically, what is
that would lower it, dude. Some dude fucking whips out his dog's hairy ass fucking feet, man. Just in the photo, dirty as shit, long ass toenails. Ugh.
that? What is the feet obsession?
I don't know. That's something I will never understand.
Didn't we try doing a foot video and it got demonetized or something?
That's the thumbnail. If for whatever reason you want to watch it, it's on Patreon, bro. There's no way.
It's not just the customers that are creepy horn dogs, but the drivers as well. After ordering food, a woman in the UK began receiving creepy messages from her delivery driver. She was being asked if she was home alone or if she was married. When the woman said she was taken, the driver began begging her to leave him so he could hook up with her. Leave her, baby! The man got so desperate that he began offering as much as £10,000.
He doesn't even know what the woman looks like. He's just offering a random woman off her name alone fucking $10K to break up with her boyfriend.
For her to break up with her boyfriend, there's no way the pussy could have been that good. UK pussy? You kidding me? Oh, man.
Well, I don't think I can leave them. I don't think just can you leave the Chris at the door?
£10,000, Mom.
I'll see
It shows you their profile. Yeah, but they're not going to be able to see you.
what me can do.
While looking into the driver's account to report him, she found it even creepier that his
82% satisfaction rate. Chad, I was telling you, below 90.
listed reasons for delivering was passion. I will say I've had a driver after delivering my thing be like, hey, I love your videos. And I say, oh, thanks, man. And then it's a thing of, you want to hang? Shit like that.
God, that's creepy.
That's so fucking weird. That is so fucking weird.
Exactly. 100 step.
Oh my God, bro delivers your food. You want to hang out? No, fuck off, you weirdo. Bro, that or you meet somebody in public, they'll be like, bro, we should hang out sometime. Oh, I've gotten that like twice ever. And I awkwardly have to go, nah, man, I'm sorry, man. I don't really know you. I don't really know you, bro. Oh, we should smoke together sometime. No, I think I'll pass, man. I have no idea who the fuck you are.
Don't ever there's no reason to contact me or anyone ever. Or like that girl. Let's just get me out of this, that girl. If it's a girl now just being like, you know how hard it is for someone just to be like, no. I have no idea how you're going to react to that. You know what I mean? No idea. You've been around me when there's been people. So it's always a risk because we've had a lot of, we won't go into details, but we've had a lot of people that are.
That, bro, or more often, it's weirder when they're like, yo, you want to hang out? But sometimes it's like, yeah, I respect the hustle, but like, I'll meet somebody. They'll be like, yo, I actually do social media. Could you like follow me? We collab. Hey, buddy, I'm trying to like, eat my food right now, and you're asking me to follow you and collab. I think I'd rather not. And I'm not like, and then I come off as a dick, but I'm like, no, like I'm out, dude. It'll be like, I'm out with Brooke eating. You walk up to me while we're at the table, interrupt the dinner, which is a little odd. I think you should wait, if I'm being honest. I don't care if people recognize me. I love being able to talk to fans, but it's like, if I'm clearly on a date, I'm talking to my girlfriend, you're kind of breaking that space, which is odd, especially if we're eating. There's been times where I'm actively eating, they walk up to me. And then, like, on top of that, to be like, hey, could you follow me? Or the worst is when, like, dude, there's a level of, like, respect, too, where it's like, hey, could I get a picture? 99% of people, hey, can I get a photo? Yeah, sure. 1% of people, yo, dude, I love your shit. What are you fucking doing, man? Like, I mean, that's just, like, being weird. Like, just... Like, walk up and be like, hey, can I film you? Can we do a video? Blah, blah, blah. Like, can I take a picture? You're ungrateful? It's not ungrateful. It's just fucking rude. If you see that as ungrateful, like, I know you're probably rage baiting, but, like, anyone that sees that as ungrateful, genuinely unfollow me. Because, like, the level of unawareness you have of, like, just, like, social boundaries is, like, fucking unreal. Like, if you're going to walk up to somebody that you recognize already filming and be like, oh, dude, what's up, man? You're putting on some animated persona. Bro, like, fuck off.
In 2025, one man placed an order and saw that his driver was parked just down the street. When he asked why his food hadn't been delivered, his driver said it was because his car had broken down. He then told the customer that he probably should just refund it. Not believing a word he said, the man got on his bike, rode down the street to find he was Uber Eats driver sitting in his car, chowing down on his food. See, that's why I could never be one of these. I could never be one of these delivery drivers because I know I just see their order. I'm like, oh, damn. Or go to some place. I'm like, what is this place? Get it? Smell good.
One little back get hurt.
The customer confronted the driver only for him to be left speechless before peeling out in a panic. That's a good way to choke, though.
Oh, wait, what does it say? He said his car broke down, so tracked my order to find him eating
speechless
it.
before peeling out in a panic. That's a good way to choke, though. At multiple restaurants around the world, you can find signs banning delivery drivers and from using the bathroom. This obviously upset a lot of drivers, who pointed out that it's actually against the company's agreement with these restaurants, as Uber requires them to give drivers access to their bathrooms, okay?
Yeah, I think that's odd. If you're an Uber Eats driver, you should be able to take a fucking piss. It's different if you're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking sponge bath myself in the McDonald's bathroom, but it's like, hey, I'm here to pick up an order. By the way, can I fucking piss real quick?
Assholes. And many don't care and continue to enforce the ban, meaning many drivers are forced to make frequent pit stops and even piss in bottles, trucker style. I mean, come on, dude. Stop at a gas station. That's not that big of a deal, is it?
It's not on my route.
What's an average interaction with a fan? I'm a fan. And now I'm me. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Dude, I watch you all the time. And I go, oh, really? That's awesome. He goes, bro, I love your YouTube videos. I was watching you 2 days ago. Can I get a picture? Yeah. Take a picture, dap him up, have a good day. That's it. Regular interaction. But see, you have 100 interactions, you're bound to have like 3 or 4 that are just weird. The common awkward interaction is they go for a fist bump, I go for a dap up, or vice versa, and then we hit the awkward switch. And then it's like, oh. Meeting a fan annoy you? No. It doesn't annoy me meeting a fan. It annoys me when they stare at me from 50 yards away for an extended period of time because either A, they're not sure that it's me, or B, they're just too scared to walk up to me, especially if they're in a group and they're all kind of hovering around each other and just constantly looking up and staring at me. It like ruins the potential for me to have a fun time if I'm like out and doing something nice because they're kind of just like stalking me from afar. Like, just walk up to me. And so what I've done now is I've gotten pretty good at, like, if I see them, I know they know who I am because there's, like, a certain stare they give. So I just break that so I don't have to deal with that. And I walk up to them and I go, do you know who I am? And I've never had somebody yet go, no, because it's pretty obvious. Like, they're going, staring at their phone, staring at me. So I just walk up to them. I go, you know me. And they go, yeah. I go, thank fuck. I usually go, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to break, like, the awkward. The only time I've ever denied people of taking a photo was when I've been in a hurry. Like, there was one, literally, while I was coming back from the trip with Jack, there were 2 guys that recognized me. I'm literally walking to my gate. They're actively boarding. They go, Joe Bart. I go, yeah, bro, what's up? And I just keep walking. And I'm like, fuck, I know they wanted to talk to me, but, like, I had to get on my plane, you know? So it's, like, shit like that. It's, like, I feel bad because I'm like, oh, damn, they probably thought I was annoyed. But, like, I'm not annoyed. I just, like, I gotta dip.
Even the robots that Uber employs are being targeted and destroyed. In Philadelphia, both restaurants and residents were excited about Uber's plan to deploy delivery robots in the city, but some angry citizens had other plans. Which, dude, fucking clankers, what are you excited?
Yeah, or, well, if that happens, if you have, like, a delivery bot fucking try to deliver your shit, it flips over, it can't autocorrect itself. So does the app just cancel your order and refund you? Or do they be like, oh, we need to get a service agent to come fucking fix it?
Citizens had other plans. Which, dude, fucking clankers, what are you excited for? Clankers rolling around your city? There's these little drones taking our jobs.
The homeless are fighting back, though.
I'm glad. After
The homeless people in big cities are fighting delivery bots.
Only 1 month, multiple robots had been completely destroyed or vandalized. Many were left to decay on the streets as well. Online, multiple videos show people kicking them and sitting on them. Others purposely block and place them off their set path.
Oh, it is easy to get food out of them. I wonder how hard the lock is to break. But if you are a homeless person, it's like, you know, you're not really hurting anybody stealing that food.
Sitting on them. Others purposely block and place them off their set path, causing them further delayed deliveries. This hate for delivery robots runs deep, my friends. And in fact, one man has an entire social media account dedicated to aggressively screaming and harassing any delivery robots they see in LA.
Watch what you do. Don't come at me. Don't come. You're going in a fucking shade. Don't you dare.
Arvin is on duty? Wait, are these operated by people? Or are they just giving this robot a fucking name?
Come at me like that. No, excuse you. Excuse you.
Are you under the Terminator 2 mentality?
Wait, what? Most delivery robots are highly autonomous, not remote controlled. There are human ones on, or there's humans on standby in case something goes wrong. That's the same thing with Waymos. Like, Waymos are AI self-driven, but there's, like, people in case something goes wrong. I hate how they just give them names, dude. Why are we giving a name to a fucking robot? It's the delivery robot, bro. Arvin. Arvin's on duty.
Exactly. Just in case there's a conscious in there. Hey, buddy.
Hey, delivery robot, Joe, hope you're having a good day. You will fall. After all this, Uber still plans to keep the robots in the city, claiming they were designed to be tampered with and send alerts when they break down.
There you go. They should have them explode if people mess with them.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they let out just straight fart spray. You get near it and start fucking with it, it just starts spraying you. You just reek of shit the next fucking 3 days.
Oh, you clinger.
5, 4,
What?
3, 2.
I mean, Akira.
Mark Rover type shit, yeah, just fucking sprays you with mace. Straight bear spray to the eyes. Move out of the fucking way. I have somebody's Arby's steak nuggets to deliver. If you don't move in 3, 2, 1.
Like Sarah Connor. Ah! It's probably well known by now, but DoorDash as a company is extremely evil and has been caught treating its workers horribly on multiple occasions. What's fucked up is it's still an app on my phone. Is that food addiction? You tell me. Recently, the company had to pay out nearly $17 million to its drivers because from 2017 to 2019, it was caught using customer tips to subsidize drivers' base pay rather than adding tips to the overall payout. That is so fucking scummy. I'll do you one better, Nick.
Well, isn't it also proven that, like, there is a, like, somebody, I don't know if it was DoorDash or Uber Eats, but there was, like, a whistleblower that said that these apps, number one, or adding priority, like, if you pay $3 for a priority order, it does actually nothing. It's like a myth. It's just farming money out of you. And then on top of that, like, they have a system, like an AI, like, computation thing to give a desperate rating to its workers. And the higher your desperate rating, the lower the order, like, monetary amount they'll give you. If you're somebody that works for, like, Uber Eats and you are really scrounging for cash, you're going to have a high desperate rating, and therefore they're just going to give you the shittiest orders because you're just bound to take them. And so if you're, like, more of a casual Uber driver, they're going to incentivize you by giving you better orders that make you more money, like, per order. Like, a desperate Uber driver might make more money, but they're doing more orders that are shittier. I don't know if that's, like, definitively proven, but I remember that was, like, a big thing, like, a little bit ago.
Okay, order some Taco Bell?
Yeah. All right, well, they got me. It's gone. Definitely not downloading it as soon as I'm done.
Definitely not reinstalling that app in 15 minutes. Well, here's the weird thing is, are they owned by different companies? Like, is Uber Eats and DoorDash competitors? Because when you use both of them, they're identical in UI. Like, if you use, I've used both. They're identical. Isn't that not weird? Like, if you use them, like, it looks slightly different, but, like, the same scroll page, they just look the exact same. Like, if you're on the app, you have no idea which one you're using. They're definitely not identical. They're very similar.
In 2025, air traffic control workers up in the tower at Chicago O'Hare Airport noticed a small red car driving across runways and into restricted areas.
Wait, what? Delivery driver finds way onto secured areas at O'Hare Airport, drives miles before being spotted.
And into restricted areas. What the hell is that? Little Dr. Seuss car driving across. When they alerted
Were they doing it? Were they just, like, insane driving on the runway, or were they trying to, like, get a shortcut to deliver food faster?
airport security, they stopped the car and discovered a 36-year-old man trying to fulfill a DoorDash delivery.
I'm on the tarp.
Oh, sorry, I'm lost. I don't know how I got here. I was just following the Uber Eats GPS.
Back.
Did I take a wrong turn? Oh, God! Like flying right above him. Whoa! How could you get in this area?
I think just an old guy who got
He's
lost.
36!
Yeah, he's not an old guy. I mean, you'd have to pass barriers, dude. I feel like he'd have to drive through a fucking fence. Like, you can't just mistakenly drive onto a runway. Like, he was right next to an airplane.
An old guy who got lost. Yeah, if he was an 84-year-old man, I'd be like, well, yeah, he's what are you supposed to do? 36 and being like, well, I don't see why. How did you get there? How did you get past the gates? Do you think
It's not even get past the gates. Like, airport runways are so big. Chicago O'Hare Airport is so massive that it's like for him to get to an airport gate, he had to have driven like 2 miles on this fucking runway. Like, he had to have been passing planes that were actively moving around him.
he just did? I have a DoorDash, and they're like, and they open the gate. I mean, what the fuck happened? Apparently, he just drove straight through the gate at the front of the tarmac and began driving for miles up and down the active runway. I mean, there's planes everywhere, dude.
Well, once they saw him, they probably grounded everything.
You know what? The thing earlier,
Your flight gets delayed. Sorry, there's actually a man in a smart car that is driving around our runway. We will be taking off as soon as he gets the fuck off.
men doing this are so stupid. Where am I supposed to go? What terminal are you at? What gate? It was determined that this was somehow completely unintentional. An investigation ended up with the man being let go without any charges. How?
How did he unintentionally drive into an dude? Because it's like, right when you notice you're on a runway, wouldn't you just turn around? Like, okay, sure, he drives through the gate thinking that he's going into a gated neighborhood. But then the second he's on like a tarmac and he's seeing fucking planes land, I feel like he'd be like, oh no. Like, why would he continue driving up and down?
Regardless of how insane some drivers act, it's hard not to feel bad for them, considering that working for DoorDash is extremely draining. Unfortunately, however, some drivers take out their frustration on the customers. After trying to surprise their partner with some Asian food, one woman was shocked to see that her driver had sent her a picture of him next to a dumpster and peeing on their meal completely unprompted. Completely unprompted! How do it... See, this is what I'm saying, though. How do we know it's completely unprompted?
We're only getting one half of the story.
I think so. Don't get me wrong. I think these things do happen. Some just people freak out. But I think when people make these stories, you're leaving out a little bit of information, aren't you? What did you do? Hey man, how you doing today? I think it's some stuff that's just being like, hey, just let you know I'm in line, whatever. I'm in line because you get a message like that from DoorDash sometimes. I'm in line. Picking up your order! Exclamation point. I bet some person would be like, make it quick. Just a little. Just some.
Yeah. Piss him off. Where are you? Where are you? Why are you driving so slow? Okay, buddy, fuck you. I just wouldn't deliver it though. I wouldn't pee on the order. No, you know what you would actually need to do? You don't pee on the order. You still deliver it. You just shake the bag up. You go, "Oh, there's liquid." Fucking put it down. Still good food, but it's like, oh, now it's all over the place.
I'm sure piss all over it. Appalled
fries all over the bag.
By this, the woman asked what was going on.
You bitch, I piss on you.
And all he said was, and I quote, "You bitch, I piss on you," before ending the conversation.
I don't know. Where is I have? DoorDasher's name is Negman. Where is I have? Front porch.
All he said was, and I quote, "You bitch, I piss on you," before ending the conversation. The woman called the police and allegedly got his car impounded. However, when she posted the DMs to r/DoorDash expecting sympathy, many of the customers found the situation funny, which enraged her even more. It is funny. In fact,
oh, it is funny. No, it actually is funny. I would also like try and get him fired, but in the moment I'd be like, that's kind of hilarious. I'd be annoyed. I'd be annoyed for like 5 minutes because I'd be like, fucking hell, man. Now I need to order more food. And then you get him fired, and then you fucking,
fucking get
order again.
Over it. It's one meal.
You guys think this is funny?
Yeah, see that she definitely fucking did something.
I think she did.
Yeah, why are you posting it on Reddit assuming that people are going to be sympathetic towards you? That's our first problem. Some guy peed on my DoorDash order. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so upsetting. Oh, I would be so upset if I were you. Oh my God. My heart goes out to you.
Another driver was arrested after she got caught pepper spraying a customer's order. Courtney Stevenson had just finished delivering an Arby's order.
Bro, I heard about this one. Was this one recent? I feel like I saw this on TikTok. Yeah, 2025.
He got caught pepper spraying a customer's order. Courtney Stevenson had just finished delivering an Arby's order to a home in Evansville, Indiana, when she pulled out a small bottle of mace from her keychain and sprayed it inside around the bag. When the customers brought it inside and began eating, the wife began to choke and vomit, claiming her throat was burning. It's horrible, but it's also just... It would, I mean, like, the fumes
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like unless you ordered something that was like really spicy, wouldn't you be like, wait, this is like foul?
Alone would be someone saying that once again it's a Midwest couple being like, oh goddamn, chicken to China, the Chinese chicken, this shit is popping. Opens it up.
Yeah, you'd have to smell it.
It's not that bad, Carol.
Arby's just smells like pepper spray base. Bro, I've never eaten Arby's. At least that I remember. I think I've eaten Arby's maybe once.
I told you should have went with General Childs. Courtney was charged with 2 counts of battery resulting in moderate injury, 2 counts of consumer
It's like fucking biochemical warfare, dude. You're spraying food with fucking pepper spray?
product tampering, and was banned from DoorDash. The horse.
Do we get a reasoning? I hate when it's just like we say this, we move on. I want to be like, why did you do that? Like, what made you go, I'm going to spray this order with pepper spray? Also, horrible fit. Horrible fit. We got blue jeans, a long black leather jacket, and just a tucked in white shirt. Ugh.
A driver named Olivia was caught up in a massive scandal after receiving a delivery. The instructions stated to leave it on the front steps of the home, which I will say, the delivery note option.
This was the one that like blew up, where it was like there was like a naked man on a couch and she took a picture of him and she was saying that he was like waiting for her with the door open, but he said that she opened the door. I don't even know what actually the full result was of this case. I feel like she got like fined or something.
The delivery note option might as well not even be there because I've never seen them actually do it. It's almost always disregarded. I digress. When Olivia arrived, she noticed the door just slightly creaked open. After a brief inspection, she could see a naked homeowner asleep on the couch. Instead of
filming him's wild.
Walking away and reporting the customer on the app, she decided it would be a good idea to walk further into his home and record him. Everyone's probably seen this
Her walking further into his home is a claim made later by the man in court. There's no publicly available evidence.
Story by now, but it still appalls me. I can't believe it. She then went home and uploaded the footage to TikTok, claiming she had been sexually assaulted.
Wait, hold up. This is a lot. Contrary to popular belief, the video you just watched is the only publicly available evidence. No original upload or ring cam video exists on the internet in which she opens the door that was slightly ajar, or we were not able to find it. The screenshots from the deleted video is just a chop of the original footage. In the only video that is on the internet, she does not touch the door, she does not enter the house, and she's very clearly follows the instructions from the note on the app, which, if followed, would force anyone to see the man on the couch. Yeah, I think that's where we're in this weird gray area where it's like, okay, well, why is this dude butt naked on the couch, and why is his door unlocked? And was it open? The only other existing footage is the additional footage mentioned in the police report is not public and therefore does not specify what the footage is. Oh my God, so it's not on social media, but the police have it? There's no publicly available video of her.
If you see a naked person sleeping...
Hold up. Although there are some really bad AI okay.
If you see a naked person sleeping, is that assault?
He's in his own home. I think where you get into the debate is why... Yeah, you're allowed to be naked in your own home. That's not illegal. I'm saying if he ordered food and was naked in front of the door and left the door wide open, that's a problem. The debate comes from the idea of whether or not the door was open to begin with, right?
That's the gray area. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know how cracked it was, blah, blah, blah. I digress. To me, it sounds like a drunk man ordered food and passed out on his couch, whatever. If it was fully open and it was a screen door and the person is naked there.
Yeah, and it's also different if he was, like, awake and, like, doing something versus him just being, like, passed out, drunk, asleep, naked. The door was probably cracked. She should have just left it and then opened it, saw him naked, and then filmed it. I don't really know, though. Like, I don't want to assume.
Actually, that would be like, what the fuck are you doing? The internet did not side with her and called her insane for walking into someone's home, even if the door was slightly open. Things would only escalate when she continued to post online, screaming at the top of her lungs and doubling down that she was sexually assaulted and how DoorDash was in the wrong for banning her. When local police got hold of her footage, they determined that the man was clearly drunk and asleep on his couch. This clearly indicated that there was no assault or wrongdoing since he was in his...
Yeah, like, that's what I was saying. Like, if he was, like, left the door cracked and he was, like, fucking, like, jorking it or some shit on the couch, like that'd be like way fucking worse. But like, I think the way that the lawyers are mocking it up against her was drunk man ordered DoorDash, fell asleep naked on the couch. Door was probably cracked. She should have just dropped the bag off, left, saw the door was cracked, opened the door, saw him naked, opened it more, filmed him. I don't know, though. Like, I have no idea how this turned out.
But however, in January of 2026, she was charged with 2 felonies, 1 charge of unlawful surveillance, and another
Oh, she got fucking charged?
no assault or wrongdoing since he was in his own home. For months, Olivia would defend her actions, but however, in January of 2026, she was charged with 2 felonies, 1 charge of unlawful surveillance, and another of dissemination of unlawful surveillance images, each carrying a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison. The saying a few bad apple ruins the whole bunch is definitely applies to delivery drivers, as we've all had annoying experiences dealing with them. For some people, messing with their food is enough to put an entire app on their shit list, which justifiably so. Most of them do their jobs correctly, but there are plenty of drivers that seem absolutely incapable of doing.
But like, if it was like crap, why would she do that? That's what I don't understand. Like, I don't know, man. We're never gonna know though. If it's like the lawyers have this video that isn't released to the public of like her opening the door, then that's like the biggest thing. Is like if the door wasn't open and she opened the door, then it's fully on her. It's literally one or the other.
So the next time you order food online and it gets delivered correctly, be respectful. After all, you never know how insane their shift has been, right guys? And also too, I will say, I mean, have respect for the DoorDash driver and stuff. It's a meal. It's a meal. Granted, you paid money for it or whatever. If they didn't deliver in the right spot and you had to walk a few extra feet to get to whatever, or you had to do X, it's not the end of the fucking world. You know, did somebody fuck up your order and you had to, you know, you had to like live with another thing? These things don't make it justifiably okay just to be like, well, I guess I'm just gonna get walked over. But at the same time, just like let it fucking go, man. Or just don't order through the app anymore. You choose a different one.
Yeah, I think it's like, from a customer perspective, if you're having like repeated bad experiences, like just stop ordering food. You know what I mean? That was a good video though. I did enjoy that. We gotta do push-ups, I know. I've never seen that animal a day in my life. Never seen that animal a day in my life. That is a pig with a horn. But like a weird curled... Those are boars. Yeah, but was that a part of its body?
Just bat everywhere, guys. Bat and pork.
How are they getting this many bats, though? Are they farming them? Or is it like they're finding them in the wilderness? Because I just don't understand how every market has fucking hundreds of bats.
It's how much? 3 for 100,000.
Correct, yeah. That's how they normally sell it.
So it's $2 a rat?
Like in like 3 pieces for a like higher price. Yeah, they won't sell it once because like even if like, it's not
Is that a good price?
enough for one portion.
I'd eat that. I'd eat that. That,
Even if,
like, bro,
for an
compared to
like
a lot of
like
the other
how much?
shit.
For a like higher price. Yeah, they won't sell it once because like even if like, it's not enough for one.
Like, that looks pretty good. That, dude, that kind of has like a kielbasa, like a cooked sausage crisp to it. Like, right there.
Portion.
One person.
One portion, not person. Well, unless you're really crazy, love that, you can eat it the whole 3 because they're gonna chop it, like diced it.
What's in its butthole?
So one duck is
Why was its butthole, like, open?
75,000.
75. This one,
But one bat,
$4.50 for a duck or a bat? Rather have a duck.
one big bat can be the same price.
like it's like very common to find the bat, but it's more difficult to like get the bat.
The bat.
Yeah.
Right. That makes
Why is
sense,
it
I
more
guess.
expensive?
So it's kind of like a delicacy. You get less meat, but you're paying for more premium meat.
Correct. Yeah. It's considered like what premium, the bat.
And even a rat, like 3 rats is 100,000.
Yeah.
So you could get
Yeah, what the fuck? A duck? An entire duck's $4.50. 3 rats is $6.
you could get more than a duck for the price
Oh my god, they're alive right now.
of 3 rats.
Like 1.5 ducks.
1.5 ducks.
I'm gonna scan this video. I hope they don't kill the duck on the video. I don't think they would show that.
What would you prefer to eat, guys? 1 duck or 3 rats? Those
A duck.
are your options. Hello. Oh my god, they have rats. Wow. Oh, they love it. And these guys, where did they come from?
That's from Klabat's northern part. It's about like 2 hours from here.
And so they just brought this in to sell it today?
Ini beli sendiri atau misalnya? Oh yeah, they hunt them and some is they hunt them, some they get it from whoever in the village they sell.
Got it.
These are not city rats that you might be picturing scurrying around the Surs. These are white-tailed forest rats, one of the many semi-arboreal rat species that are native here to Sulawesi. I didn't really know what that meant either. It's kind of like they spend a lot of their time at night in the trees, and then they burrow back down into the dirt during the day. And they are hunted all over Sulawesi. Here,
Yo, he's got thermal vision. This motherfucker's a sniper in the woods right now. Oh my God.
here they are a delicacy. They're not cheap at all in this part of the world. They sell for
Dude, they're fucking expensive as shit.
100,000 rupiah for 3. You can pick up just about any other meat here for less than that. Chicken, duck, pork, you name it. But come Christmas, Easter, the demand for rat just surges.
And it's like almost a special occasion dish.
Correct, yeah.
But it's also like everyday fare.
You can be an everyday fare whenever, like, because it's like one of the only places in North Sulawesi that has selling all these kind of things.
But no turkeys.
No what?
Turkey?
We don't even know what Turkish is.
For farmers,
Yo, low-key, for fucking Thanksgiving, I feel like I would try rat one time instead of a fuck-ass turkey. Just a whole fucking turkey, dude. Just fucking dripping. Dripping, sitting there. It's fucking dry as shit, even if it's fucking wet. Dude, even if it looks wet, you fucking bite into it and make that while you're chewing it. It's disgusting. I hate eating turkey.
they're also thieves. These things raid the crops. They get into the cacao, the coconuts.
Oh, so it's good they're killing them too.
So hunting them becomes this kind of strange overlap. It's part pest control, it's protein, and it's a cash source wrapped all in one. And apparently they are hunted in every way you can imagine. Shotguns, air rifles, snares, dogs. It is just all fair game.
Shotgun? I feel like you're fucking blowing that thing into red mist if you shoot a fucking rat with a 12 gauge. Are you hitting it with bird shot so it just peppers him?
And so, inevitably, I find myself adding this to the list immediately. It's time for another rat hunt.
Trying to click. Alright guys, we're about to head deep into the Sulawesi jungles. Tonight's prey, or target prey at least, is rats. Just like the ones we saw at the market, the whitetail, apparently they taste pretty damn good. We've eaten the bats already, we've eaten the pythons already. Rat was the final kind of piece of this like Sulawesi mad market combination. So, rat hunting, Sulawesi style.
I feel like out of those three, I'd most want to try snake. Like, I would try a python.
I see some air guns. Let's see how this goes down.
Tree with some fruit.
Dude, I'd just be so I mean, I got bit by a tick in the woods and got a fucking rare meat disease. I feel like if I'm in the jungle in Indonesia, bro, I'm gonna be like, yo, some shit's gonna fucking bite me and I'm gonna swallow up like a fucking melon and die. Something's gonna fucking latch onto my neck and bite me and I'm gonna get some sort of disease that's gonna fucking kill me. Like, that would worry me. That I wouldn't even be worried about, like, being with these guys. I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna die to like a fucking animal, but I'd be like, dude, some bug's gonna fucking bite me and that's gonna be hell. Mosquitoes? Well, I know when you go to certain countries with like diseases that they have elsewhere that are transmitted by bugs, you have to get vaccinated before you go.
We start just trying to call in the rats.
Guys, we are weaving our way through some much thicker scrub right now, heading up this hill. It's kind of like...
What the fuck was that noise? He's perfected the rat call.
I mean, I don't know if I'd call it thick jungle, but it's thicker. We don't need machetes or anything like that. There's definitely an old trail here, but it hasn't been used in a long, long time. That's for damn sure. Hopefully there's some rats to make this worth it.
Must be like a horror game for rats. I think life is a horror game for any animal that isn't a human. And even some humans. If you're an animal that is not predatory, you're a prey animal, your life is a horror game. You will never die of old age. You will always die a gruesome death. Like, genuinely think about it. Maybe a few would have, like, a heart attack or some shit and die. But, like, mostly all animals that are prey just at some point either get eaten and die, or they survive long enough to where they start getting really old, can't function anymore, get eaten and die. Oh, he's about to clip his ass. I didn't know they climb up trees. I feel like I shouldn't show him shooting it.
I think these are the same kind of species.
Yo, that thing starts twitching on me. I'm going, oh! And all the guys would make fun of me around there. I know it, dude. If it started having death throws.
And certainly they're not eating city rats or anything like that. It behaves.
Like it started fucking clawing at me.
Behaves almost like a possum or something. It is way up there in the trees. We're only scouting the rooftops. So I don't think this is the kind of thing that you're used to seeing in, I don't know.
Oh, no, I would assume they would have lived on the ground. They're all in the fucking tree branches.
Average household. It is one big, gnarly looking thing though. And took a few shots to get it down, but there she is. Look at that. It's like white-tailed, crazy looking creature.
Possum. I would rather eat rat. I would rather eat rat and snake, maybe bat over possum. I think out of any animal, possums would taste probably bottom 5. They are like sewer gross animals. Like, they don't live in the sewer, but they're disgusting. Like, possums live in their own filth. They fucking play dead. They're like the only North American marsupial. Their kids like latch onto their back. They're always covered in like fucking poop. It's disgusting.
That's essentially the process. Put in some miles, find a promising spot, put in a call, and see if you hear something back or see some movement.
We spotted a little one, but they don't shoot him. They want him to grow into a big fat rat for eating later. And we do this trick where we keep turning off the lights and trying to call, but failing so far.
But it's fun. Along the way, we're taking stops, quick smoke breaks, swapping a few stories, and then just getting back on the move.
Hi guys, it's break time. We have one rat down, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of work for one rat. Like, this is some thick ass jungle at points. We've been through, I don't know, thick, almost like scrubby stuff. We've been through large elephant grass. We've been
Why don't they breed them? I feel like rats fuck like crazy now. Same thing with like rabbits. Like, why don't you like just capture like fucking 10 of them and then breed them?
The cacao trees here are everywhere, but nearly every pod that we passed has been ripped open, destroyed by the rats. It's pretty clear that these things aren't just food, they're also a problem. So the local farmers love it when these hunters are out and about trying to get
so it is. Yeah, I forgot. It's like a pest control thing.
rid of them. We push on past old farmhouses, stopping along the way every now and then to gather mushrooms and nuts that we might use for cooking later.
Hey guys, I think we've come to a clearing. I can hear the river just like raging behind us. So we've started to sort of collect small branches and trees. I think the deal is I make up some plates. And I don't really know how we're going to cook up these rats. I suppose we need a fire.
To begin the cooking process, the rats...
I would be so nervous to start a fucking controlled fire in the middle of a jungle. Like, I know I would burn that shit to the ground.
We have 2 rats just kind of roasting on sticks over this fire right now, deep in the Sulawesi jungle.
And they roast away until every last hair has kind of been singed off. And at this point, you could probably just eat them right away. But we've got a fair bit more prep to go because these guys take even their jungle meals pretty seriously.
These guys are blackened to a crisp and they are cooking away.
Now that the rat is cooked, they get large sections of bamboo, just really wide chunks of it, and start beating it into strips with a machete. They leave just enough fiber in between the different strips to hold it together, and it can be sort of unrolled.
Oh my god, are they gonna like... Wait. Are they gonna like oven bake the fucking rats? Like over the flame? Maybe not.
Tree branches are then lashed together with vines, the bamboo mat.
Or like rotisserie, they're making like a makeshift fucking rotisserie thing.
Is laid on top.
Oh, no.
Some banana leaves are added, and
I'm guessing terribly.
you've got this kind of really cool setup, this jungle table of sorts. Meanwhile, 4 short sections of branch are hammered into the ground beside the fire to form a stand that's going to hold a pot for cooking rice. Another section of bamboo is used to sort of split open, creating these large water containers and a makeshift chopping board along the way.
This looks so complex. Oh, I think it is going to be like, not like an oven, but they're doing like, I think they're trying to transfer some of the, I guess the taste from, they said the banana leaves to the rats.
Table.
Maybe package it up.
Oh, it's like a little chopping board. It's genius.
The rats are chopped into pieces. They're given a good rinse to just wash off that ash. Then we begin preparing the rest of the meal. They slice shallots, local herbs, lemongrass, and toss in some mushrooms that we gathered along the way earlier. Chilies and garlic.
Turns out they're hallucinogenic.
Garlics are mashed together in this rough.
That'd be an experience, dude. You're like, oh, yo, actually, rat's not that bad. Why do you have 3 eyes?
Wild mushroom salad going on the side. This chili mix spread out on top.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're doing a whole fucking buffet.
Kind of a wild dressing, but I'm digging it.
Get behind the rat eating, chat. I could get behind it. I think the bat was a no-go for me. The skin looked disgusting, but the rat doesn't look that bad. I think because they already took out all the organs, and they're just, like, roasting the meat. So it's just meat, and they're doing, like, crazy-ass... Dude, they're, like, doing all their own handmade rice. They're doing fucking all these herbs and spices they're throwing in. They foraged mushrooms.
Every
long day till you're fucking starving.
Is then pushed into these long, thin bamboo tubes. Those
are
set against a rack that's made next to the fire.
2 a.m.
They lost me.
Lossy jungle. Tired as hell. Just want to eat some rat meat. Go to sleep.
And after about another 15-20 minutes, this elaborate meal is finally ready to eat.
I don't know. That makes me not like it anymore. The like aggressively like pushing it out of the tube and it just making that like plop noise.
I know, in fact, that this is standard Indonesian jungle fare. We have this crazy rat salad cooked in bamboo.
As long as they didn't do the bamboo thing, I would eat it. I would try it either way. Oh, you're going the whole fucking day. You're rat hunting, bro. I would have to taste it.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a rat curry. We're gonna see how it's done. These guys are really chowing down. They're like moving quick.
Damn, do people eat squirrels a lot too? I know people eat squirrels. I've never seen somebody eat a squirrel though either.
This half the stable's already really, really good. It's a ton of effort. I'm not sure it's worth the 3 hours trekking, having to hunt these.
Yeah, I don't know about 3 hours to get fucking 3 rats worth of food.
Things out of the trees, cooking them yourselves. I definitely just go to Tomahawk.
Could have just gone to the market, bought them for $6.
Market, buy 300,000. Best deal out there. Check it out if you're ever in town, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, if I'm ever in town, I'll definitely go to the meat market and grab the 3 rat pack.
Jungle rats, pretty good. Oh, these guys love it. All right, now swing.
That was such a fun video to watch. Like that took some turns I did not think it would take. When it was just the meat market, I was like, oh, they're probably gonna sell like poisonous animal. No, it's just bats. Bats and rats. Chat, I gotta piss real quick, then we're hopping to the next. The horrors of DoorDash.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming on sundown because today we're going to be talking about food delivery drivers. I did some DoorDash this weekend, Nick. That's why we're doing this. Let me tell you, the whole operation, the whole DoorDash, the whole food ordering app industry, it's got to change.
Oh, I love it. I think it's very inefficient and also fucks over the food drivers. But being able to DoorDash or Uber Eats food at any moment is sick. It's overly expensive for sure. Yes. But I don't think that here's where I think it works is if you're ordering a large amount of food. If you're using DoorDash and you're ordering like $60 of food, it's probably worth it. But if you're ordering lunch, you're going to spend as much money on food as you are for it to get delivered. And that's when it's a waste.
For centuries, if you wanted to eat a meal, you either had to go out to a restaurant or cook the goddamn thing yourself. Today, however, you can place an order to a seemingly endless list of restaurants and have it.
Who the f is ordering ice cream on Uber Eats? That shit is showing up fucking liquid. You're going to be drinking that. Me? You've ordered ice cream on fucking Uber Eats? Yeah, then your DoorDash driver hits you with a, Oh, Ron has a couple stops along the way. He'll be there soon. Ron just picked up your milkshake. He'll be there in about 35 minutes. Oh, awesome. It'll be warm.
You can place an order to a seemingly endless list of restaurants and have it
have to refreeze it
at your door without lifting a finger until you have to grab the bag. While many of us indulge,
I wouldn't even be pissed at the guy, bro, if he did that. Like, I couldn't be mad at him. I'm so serious. I would just be like, bro, you're good. I'm gonna refund that shit on Uber Eats or DoorDash. Like, don't even worry about it.
While many of us indulge in this
I'd feel so bad.
Service extremely often, we never stopped to
78% of Americans use food delivery services. Bro, really? I'm definitely ordering more than 3.7 times per month.
We never stop to think about people who have to deliver the goods, right? We never take time to think about these drivers. I don't think about those things. You know, also I started noticing that after a while they started taping the bags. It's because motherfuckers are probably
yeah, opening that shit up and eating out of it. They be putting tape over the drink caps now. That makes me feel safer, like somebody didn't just fucking poison my shit. Or yeah, no, when the bag ever looks like crumpled or fucked with, I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah. But that's why if you're a pro, you got your own stickers in bags to replace stuff.
I thought that you're gonna have your own utensil that you're able to squeeze in the bag and Mission Impossible the fry out of the bag or something. Being a delivery driver, whether it's on DoorDash or Instacart.
I've had a DoorDash driver before, or it might have been Uber Eats. It only happened once, but he picked up my order and never delivered it. Just ate that shit. This was probably like 3 years ago. I remember being so pissed. I was like, he just never delivered it. He fucking picked up the order, and then it was like 5 minutes. He was driving, and then he just disappeared. And it said order delivered. And there was no picture, no food. I contacted him. I was like, he didn't fucking deliver that shit. Other people are always hungry. Yeah, no, and I got the money back, so, you know, if you want to eat it, eat it. But, like, I mean, he's going to get fired.
You don't make a lot of money, and then it's all based on tips, and then if people don't tip.
It's based on tips, and here's the problem of being a driver, is it's based off tips, and the tips are based off order price. So if you're a fucking DoorDash driver, you want people ordering, like, $80, $90 worth of food, because then they're going to tip you, you know, 15, 20 bucks. But most of the time, you're going to be getting orders that are like $20. They're tipping $5, and you have to drive so many miles that you have to go there with increased gas prices. You're not breaking even. You're still profiting, but you're making like less than minimum wage in certain in certain moments. You tip delivery drivers in the U.S.? Yes. If I order, I usually tip whatever's recommended. So, like, they have a sliding scale where if you have a cheaper order, they try to get you, they recommend you to tip like 24%. Or something, but if your order's more expensive, then they get you to tip less. Why? Well, because it's like, if I order $150 of food, I'm not going to tip you $45 to deliver it, right? It's one bag. I'm going to tip you like 25, 30 bucks. Like, because I'm giving you like, you know, money to deliver it fucking 6 miles, 8 miles, however far it is. But if I order like a Chipotle burrito, I'm not going to tip you 10%. Because then you're getting like $2. I'm going to tip you like $10. So I'm basically paying for like half of the order. So they have that. If you've ever used it, which most people have, 78% of Americans, you see they have a sliding scale on tip guesses.
Tip you get.
Dog, $30. Yeah, bro. Keep in mind, I also, dude, I have my own, opinions on tipping, and I think in the U.S. it's like a shitty situation where like people aren't getting paid because the business doesn't want to pay them, so they work off tips. So it's like, oh, well, if we don't tip them, then they'll get paid later on. Like, yeah, if every single person stopped tipping people would have to fucking up the pay of waitresses and waiters, but that's not the system we live in, so I always say just tip. But I'm also in a situation that I tip more than the average person just because I make good money. Like I'm averagely tipping like 25% at a restaurant. But I'm not going to stay, because I'm like, why am I being stingy? High cortisol activity, low cortisol 2026.
Recently, there has been a trend on TikTok of people saying they are now choosing to only have female Instacart drivers deliver their goods because male drivers keep messing up their orders. One woman gave her driver a super simple list asking for 1 pack of toilet paper, 1 pack of towels, and 1 pack of chicken. Despite the app stating that the man scanned a pack of chicken, what she got was 240 red Solo cups.
No, that's so funny though. That is fucking hilarious. 240 red Solo cups. Oh my god, you're gonna be playing Pong for like 10 years.
A refund. You know what? In a situation like this, though, do you not just think that I'm doing multiple jobs at one time and I gave you the wrong bag?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Because they might have 3 bags in their back. They might have 3 bags in their back car, and somebody ordered that, and now some other dude's getting paper towels. Oh my god. Wow. This woman wants toilet paper, paper towels, and chicken. She gets red Solo cups. Meanwhile, there's a party full of people that are waiting on red Solo cups to be able to play drinking games, and they just get, like, toilet paper and raw chicken. Don't worry, guys. The red Solo cups will be here anytime.
Sorry, dude, but I'm not a feminist, and I like men a lot. And I think, dude, if a man goofs up, you have to give him 75 chances.
It's true. Women, right? 1.
Women, none. You have to be perfect at all times. In another instance, a male shopper was tasked with getting a customer a tub of Neapolitan ice cream. After claiming they didn't have the brand she wanted, he sent multiple blurry pictures of what they had, only for it to be very clearly in stock. There's none. It's a fucking buffoon, man. I couldn't tell you. You have Ben & Jerry's? No, the fuck to the left. I see it in the picture, in your blurry picture. It's right to the left.
Well, aren't there a lot of, like, grocery stores and shit now where, like, Uber Eats and DoorDash drivers, they don't even do the shopping. Like, a worker at Walmart has the job of DoorDash, and they fill the bags, and then the worker just shows up and goes, I'm here for blank. They pick up the bag and leave. That's the best system, because then they're less likely to fuck it up. Because if a guy's job is to just fucking search for items, he knows the store, he knows where stuff is, it's quicker as well.
While staying at an Airbnb in Miami, a group of girls ordered a long list of basic groceries and necessities for their upcoming stay. When the order was marked as delivered, they expected to find it on the porch. When they opened the door, however, they found the driver simply tossed all the groceries all over the picket fence and left. What are we not seeing, though, in this? What are we not saying? We're not having the full picture on his side. Like, I bet you think he's just like, can I?
Whole ass grocery order, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's like a level of, it's different if you're like, you have a disability or there's a reason you can't, but like, bro, why are we doing an entire week's worth of food on DoorDash? Like, I'm just go to the grocery store. You know, I think it's different. Like, it's a level of convenience where it's like, fuck, I don't have time. I'm going to order lunch. But, like, just go to the grocery store. Just go to the grocery store. If you're getting fucking $300 worth of fucking, or not $300, like $160 worth of groceries, go to the grocery store. Ron, yeah, literally, bro, Ron doesn't they don't grocery shop. The core guys just order all of their fucking food all the time on DoorDash. I can't believe he did that. He ordered a head of lettuce, and that's it. A head of lettuce. Imagine being the DoorDash driver that delivered that to Ron yesterday. You pull up. Oh, I'm here for this order. Oh yeah, here you go. It's just a bag of lettuce. I've had multiple instances where I've gotten in an Uber. I told you all about this the other day. I got in an Uber XL. I order an Uber XL. I pay for an Uber XL. Uber shows up in a van. I go, fuck yes, dude. We got enough space. We could all sprawl out. Open it up. The back part is for fucking luggage. It's a fucking 3-seater van. And I'm like, hey, we ordered an Uber XL. The guy goes, literally. So we get in, we lap up, right? We got fucking 5 people in a 3-seater back seat, grown-ass motherfuckers, and then 1 person in the front. And the whole time I'm like, this guy is like actually just breaking Uber rules. Like he's picking up more expensive Ubers when he doesn't have a car that fits that many people. Gave him a 4-star. Worst Uber rating I've ever given was a 3-star, and it was because the guy was actually falling asleep at the wheel. I just feel bad. I gave a comment on that one. On both of them, actually. The 4-star one, I was like, car was too small. The one dude, he was biting his finger to stay awake. It was like 1 a.m. We Ubered back, and I get, bro, you know, motherfuckers need to hustle and make money, but, like, you're going to kill someone. He was, like, swerving into the rumple strips, and he was going like this. Like, biting his thumb to stay awake.
I have a feeling that it's just people that are just doing the Instacart. I think they're picking up too many jobs at one time. Also, is there probably more men that are doing this job than women? I feel like whenever I've ever had I don't think I've ever had a female DoorDash person. That doesn't mean they don't exist. I'm just saying.
No, I get female DoorDash people all the time. I feel like men Uber at a much higher rate. Like, if I have an Uber driver, there's like a 90% chance they're a guy.
That thinking about it now, it's usually a middle-aged man.
My guess is men, if they don't have...
It's usually a middle-aged man. It's usually a middle-aged man with lighting like this. And the photo of their face just like... And they'll say, and it'll be like, it'll have like their interests. I love reading their bio. That's like my funnest, that's like the funnest thing for me. I click on them and it'll be like, oh, this person's delivering. Knows English, Spanish, French, whatever languages they know. Their rating. And it's always funny when they have a shitty rating. I go, oh, I'm in for a ride. Dude, because like anything below 90% means like people don't fuck with them. And you'll see a guy will be like 84% fucking rate. I'm like, dude, he's about to get like fired. It'll be like loves blank. You got to bring that up. Do that shit. Next time you hop in an Uber, see their interests, bring it up. So, I heard you're a big fan of golf.
For the rest of the Instacart drivers that don't have this issue, it can be extremely challenging and dangerous. After receiving a regular order of groceries, a delivery driver walked up to a home and was shot by a man that thought he was an intruder. What? Why? Why would you do that? My DoorDasher's near.
Did someone say Taco Bell?
Oh my God, who are you? Ah!
You would sue for so much money,
You
though.
fucking forget that. Unless it's somebody in the house ordered it, it just seems like, I don't know.
This is what happened. He told
Well, and you're also shooting a guy that didn't even intrude. He's just outside of your house.
him, leave it at the door. The guy knocked.
You know what? If a DoorDash driver, I'll say this, I'll say this and I'll stand by it. For any reason, if a DoorDash driver opened my door to set my stuff inside, I'd shoot him.
Oh, he opened the door? That's, yeah, I don't know.
Hearing it out loud seems a bit excessive.
Somebody opens the door, yeah, you're getting blasted.
So there's no reason that a person should be opening my door to come inside my house. I would assume that something bad was happening. Was it that situation, or was it just a guy who was just like firing rounds through his front door?
I'd get a riot shield.
I'm gonna have the COD riot shield so I can walk up to my average DoorDash driver experience.
Like you're a rainbow character, just fucking like holding it down. What is that guy's name? Montagny?
It turns out that the man's wife placed the order and didn't tell her husband. So, when the motion detectors went off, the husband sprang into action and shot him with no hesitation.
What the fuck?
None. The motion sensors. Does he do that with animals? How many times have you had a motion sensor go off like a raccoon? All the time.
And you forgot that you ordered that shit or you didn't check, bro? Like, I think it'd be different if the guy was holding a weapon. But, like, your motion sensors go off, you spring up, you're worried, and then you see the guy's holding a bag of fucking food that says fucking Chipotle. I'm going, oh.
All the time.
That's when I bring out my gun.
Exactly. That's why I fire aimlessly. Maybe there's...
His wife ordered it. Still, would you not... Chat, before you shoot someone, are you not checking, Like, oh, he's just delivering food.
Whenever a customer places an order, they often feel entitled to have the driver do whatever it takes to get their groceries to their door, no matter how ridiculous of a feat it may become. One shopper accepted an unusual order of 4 24 packs of water bottles, 6 12 packs of water bottles, and 7 4 liters.
Yeah, see, that's like fucked up because then you're making that Uber driver carry like a shitload of weight. And why are you ordering water?
Of distilled water and 7 4 liters of mineral water. My God. When they reach the customer's home, they request that
my lift is not working, just letting you know. You have to deliver at my doorstep. I live 17th floor. All right, so he's just fucking with him. All right, yo, my elevator doesn't work. You have to carry fucking 140 gallons of water. up to my fucking apartment. You have to use stairs. I want all the water bottles. Please don't cancel my water bottles. Otherwise, I have to complain against you. I don't think that there's a world where DoorDash or Uber Eats is siding with the customer here. The fucking elevator's broken. He's requesting me to carry hundreds of pounds of stuff up 17 fucking flights of stairs to get a $6 tip.
Building was broken. Newsflash. It's outside. Come do it yourself. And in the end, the customer canceled the job, leading to the shopper's $8 payment being rescinded and increasing their overall cancellation rate. That's fair. $8? Ah, this is a depressing job. Oh my God. Besides driving people around, Uber also offers a meal delivery service called Uber Eats that is notoriously terrible to work for. Like other food delivery service apps, they pay their workers very, very poorly. Because of this, some drivers come up with creative ways to earn better tips. Jade Phoenix was a full-time Uber Eats driver.
The thing that I see, not with Uber Feets girl. What? I was going to say, not with Uber Eats, but with Uber, the thing that I've seen is somebody picks you up. You usually go, hey, or the driver will go, hey, I'm going to drive you here. If you want to ride back, here's my number. Call me and just pay me cash, right? And then they'll get the full amount. And I've done that, right? And that's a little sketchy. I'm a guy, so it's like a little bit different. I'm not as nervous with it. But it's like, the guy drives me, it's $40. He's making like 20 of it because Uber's just taking a huge cut. And he'll be like, hey, I'm going to be in the area. If you need me in fucking 4 hours, call me. And then I'll just come pick you up. And so that's usually like a better move.
Driver who claimed
because then they're getting more of the money.
And they're
just pocketing it.
Secret method for raking in insane tips on literally any kind of order. When dropping off people's food and snapping a picture to confirm the order, she would purposely include her feet in the pictures.
There is no way that she's getting more fucking money from that.
Claims her tips significantly increased after she began this new strategy. She even received additional money on top of the tip.
My act through the CIA, which is closely linked to the Z Society, and connived at my...
Yo, the Z Society actually sounds like some shit that's made up from like a Disney film. Like, genuinely.
Crime.
The church, too, is linked to the government.
The Friendship United Methodist Church is not a typical church. It is very wealthy, with $42 million. That is why the United States administration...
Yeah, the fucking $42 million. I mean, that number might be accurate across all of the Methodist churches combined. His local Cincinnati church does not have $42 million.
Has very close ties with this church.
He was manipulated, plain and simple.
I was clearly given the task by the Friendship United Methodist Church. I was encouraged by the Z Society. My crime is very severe and pre-planned. I regret my actions more than anything. I beg for forgiveness, and I beg for help in any way possible to save my life.
완비호의 발언이 끝났습니다. 들으신 바와 같이 미 행정부는 우리 공화국을 반대하는 정말 더러운 행위를 감행하고 있습니다.
Experts agree that Otto Warmbier's confession seemed quite obviously coerced and staged.
Yeah. What? I mean, yo, how, dude, even the average North Korean person watching this, there's no way that they don't know what Methodists are. Like, I think they're just going, Oh, the religion in the United States. Yeah, they always say religion's bad here. Ooh, they're conniving against us.
Has a history of coercing confessions, and the US accused North Korea of broadcasting this one for propaganda purposes. A member of the Z Society said Otto had never approached them and denied any affiliation with the
What is the Z Society? That's an actual thing? What the fuck? A secret society that was founded in Virginia in 1892? Remain anonymous because the belief that service, when provided anonymously, provides a unique philanthropic opportunity.
CIA. And the senior pastor at Friendship United Methodist Church said he didn't know of the deaconess mentioned by Otto. But this is later, after it's too late. Now, standing before the Supreme Court, all Otto can do is beg.
I was used and manipulated. Please, act to save me. Please save my life.
But his pleas fall on deaf ears. He's handcuffed and led from the room. He's been sentenced to 15 years of hard labor. 2 days later, on March 18, the Korean Central News Agency released the CCTV footage to the public. Western news outlets treat
Bro, that's not him. Oh my God. I feel like the story I was fed was from North Korea. What the fuck?
the footage with suspicion. That figure could be anyone.
That shit's in 140p.
One story notes that the corridor is well lit, something that, in a country where electricity is scarce, is far from the norm for staff-only spaces. Some of his tour mates give interviews. One of them, Sarah McLaughlin, says there was an issue with the time shown in the video.
Your group had been out at a New Year's Eve party in the hours before that. Were you even back at the hotel then?
No, the time didn't match up at all.
According to her,
What the fuck? So from the start, North Korea planned on pinning this on someone, and they picked Otto because he didn't go out with the rest of them. Like, if Otto had gone bowling or something, they would have just picked somebody else.
the young pioneers didn't return to the hotel until around 3 a.m., more than an hour after the footage was allegedly captured.
Oh my God.
Another tour mate says in an interview with the BBC that Otto was careful to observe the rules. They'd been told not to take pictures of military staff or installations, and he'd been nervous when taking a photo with military personnel in the background.
Men for mig giver det simpelthen ikke mening, at den samme fyr, som stod og var så nervøs over at få taget det her ene billede, som måske var lidt på kant med det, vi havde fået at vide, vi måtte, så skulle kunne drikke sig så fuld og forvandle sig til et helt andet menneske nærmest, og så bare jorde op og prøve at stjæle et banner.
His roommate, Danny Grattan, also doubts that it was Otto.
We never mentioned anything remotely like that. We'd already bought some souvenirs. In my heart of hearts, the guy I knew for 3 or 4 days was not that type of guy.
Everything about the whole story was fabricated, in my opinion.
But why?
Otto's parents, Fred and Cindy, turned to the Obama administration for help, but the Warm
Oh, was Trump not president at this time?
Beers later said they were advised to keep quiet. According to GQ, Robert King, the special envoy for North Korean human rights issues, warned that drawing media attention to the ordeal might anger the regime.
Oh my God, and then they would just kill him. I don't even think that's bad, the government, because my point was like, if Trump was president, I feel like he'd be like, I'm just going to kill you guys, give him back. But then they would just kill him. King warned Warmbiers to expect a marathon, not a sprint. He recommended the family be quiet to avoid antagonizing the unpredictable regime.
Media attention to the ordeal
Yeah, because they could just do anything.
might anger the regime. What makes it even more complicated is that the United States has never had a formal diplomatic relationship with North Korea. There is no U.S. embassy in Pyongyang.
Yeah, so how are they even going to communicate?
The Swedish ambassador serves as the liaison for Americans, but the Swedes' calls and emails are met with silence. The days turn to weeks, turn to months. Efforts at back-channel diplomacy are stymied. The issue is passed from one administration to the next. No one knows where Otto is, what he's doing, or how he's being treated. Then, in early June 2017, some 17 months after his detention, the news finally arrives. Otto is unconscious. An extraction team of doctors and diplomats is put together, and finally,
Let me start by saying that I'm glad Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and I, along with a very talented team, were able to get Otto Warmbier back with his parents.
Fucking idiot, dude. Like, I mean, like, we got Otto Warmbier back. He's in a fucking coma. We got Otto Warmbier back. He's brain dead. He's, what the fuck? We got him off the plane. You got him back. You got a body back, bro. You ain't get the guy back. Otto's not there mentally.
Otto Warmbier is returned to U.S. soil on June 13.
We're thrilled that our son is on American soil, and I'm able to talk to you on Otto's behalf, and I'm able to wear the jacket that he wore when he gave his confession. Otto, I love you, and I'm so crazy about you.
Bro, this whole fucking thing feels weird, man. Like, even there, I feel like the dad would be, like, crashing out.
Last night, being able to see Otto for the first time in, gosh, I bet it's 18 months, it was fantastic.
Mad at Trump? I'm not mad at Trump. I'm just saying that speech where they were like, oh, we got Otto Warmbier back. Like, it's not a victory, bro. He's not, like, make sure he's alive and well. Like, that'd be like, we got this person back. He's in a vegetative state.
Otto's not in great shape right now, and he's been through a real tough time, and it's great to have him with us, and I'm very proud of him.
Otto is home.
Were they supposed to leave him there? No, but don't announce on a press conference to up your PR that you got a guy back like you just killed Osama bin Laden, when in reality, the guy you got back, you didn't get back safe. That's all I'm saying. Like, they were met with soft ears, did nothing for 17 months, and then he comes back fucking almost dead.
When Cindy and Fred met Otto at the airport, they were shocked.
We walked over to the plane. We heard this howling, involuntary, inhuman sound. Otto was on the stretcher across in the plane, and he was jerking violently, making these inhuman sounds. Otto had a shaved head. He had a feeding tube coming out of his nose. He was blind. He was deaf.
We got Otto Warmbier back. Like, you see the point I'm trying to make? You see the point? That's all I was just trying to say. Can we lock back in on this poor guy that's dying, right? Like, that's all I was just trying to say is, like, why are you giving a speech like it's a fucking victory, bro? Like,
He was taken to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center's Neuroscience Intensive Care Unit, where extensive imaging and diagnostic tests immediately began.
His vital signs were stable upon arrival and have remained so.
He was blind, deaf, on a feeding tube, and convulsing violently. Wow.
Help breathing. No signs of infection. No.
What do we know why? Do we know why they sent him back? Like, did North Korea just ship him back? Fern didn't fill that. He said the Swedish liaison couldn't contact North Korea. Nothing happened for 17 months, and then randomly they're informed that he's unconscious and he's shipped back to the United States. So what? Like, North Korea, like, almost killed the guy and went, oh, fuck, now this is going to be a problem. We got to send him back.
No dysfunction of non-neurological organs. His neurological condition, though, is described as unresponsive wakefulness,
Oh, were they, like, electrocuting him or something?
what used to be called a vegetative state. He blinks. Sometimes his eyes open, but he isn't aware of his surroundings and doesn't respond to verbal commands.
Oh, are you not supposed to say that anymore? I thought that was like a fucking medical term. No, it just says it's unresponsive. A vegetative state or unresponsive wakefulness syndrome means a person is awake but shows no signs of awareness, purposeful response to their environment, and this is due to severe brain damage. Yeah, so they were like torturing him.
To see how he came home was too much for us, but I almost passed out, but I got it together and I rode in the ambulance with him because I did not want him to be alone anymore. He'd been alone for way too long.
He's surrounded by his loved ones, but his condition soon worsens. He develops a high fever, 40 degrees Celsius. Fred and Cindy Warmbier are told that he'll never wake up, and they ask to have his feeding tube removed. 6 days after his release, Otto is dead. The news travels across the world.
The family of Otto Warmbier has said goodbye.
Valid. That's what I'm saying, dude. When you get told that they're never going to wake up and they're just going to be perpetually kept alive on machines, it's time, you know? Sad.
Studenten Otto Warmbier.
Otto Warmbier скончался после возвращения из тюрьмы в Северной Корее.
Otto Warmbier murió pocos días después de ser entregado a los...
And what's so bad is we won't even know what they did to him, right? Because it's like, if he had woken up, he could have been like, Jesus Christ, and like told his story of like the North Korean prison camps and how they tortured him and all this other stuff, but he's fucking dead. So it's just like they literally just got sent a body.
而在台湾时间今天20号凌晨去世。
The American student who fell into a coma while in North Korean custody and has died.
On June 22, in Wyoming, Ohio, more than 2,000
There's a city named Wyoming, Ohio.
500 people attend his funeral. The condition in which Otto Warmbier came back to the U.S. and his
I did not know that there were cities that had the state name for a city. 500 people attended his funeral. Wow.
Wyoming, Ohio, more than 2,500.
They always say the impact on the people you had in your life is determined by how many people show up at your death.
People attend his funeral. The condition in which Otto Warmbier came back to the U.S. and his subsequent death are discussed nationwide. He left the United States in good health. He returned on the brink of death.
Do you know what happened to him in North Korea?
Untrue. I don't think it's untrue, but I think how you affect and touch people in your life does matter, right? The people that care are the people that show up.
I don't.
Content note: the following chapter discusses suicide. Viewer discretion is advised. Upon his release, North Korea gave an explanation for Otto's state. They said he contracted botulism, a rare and severe kind of food poisoning, after eating a meal of spinach and pork. After he fell ill,
They were probably giving him fucking slop and actual terrible food, dude. Like, they weren't keeping him in good condition.
they gave him a sleeping pill, to which he had some sort of unexpected reaction, which sent him into a state of unresponsive wakefulness. But U.S. medical experts are quick to dispute this story. 3 doctors, experts in neurology, ran tests on Otto while he was still alive. At the request of the family, they hold a press conference to give their opinions.
Those tests did not reveal any evidence of active or chronic denervation, nor any repetitive stimulation that would suggest active botulism at this time.
The North Koreans,
So they just made that shit up. I mean, yo, that's actually fucking unreal, dude.
Teams are lying, and the Warmbiers have a different story.
They tortured him. They intentionally injured him. It looked like someone had taken a pair of pliers and rearranged his bottom teeth. He had a large scar on his right foot.
They destroyed him.
They purposely and intentionally injured Otto.
On September 25, 2017, Fred and Cindy Warmbier gave an
I do love that they're doing this now. Where they're like, because I didn't keep involvement in this after this happened. I just had known that he had died. But I love that they went out on news stations and were like speaking against it.
Interview on Fox and Friends. Trump apparently watched. This becomes the narrative.
I would be like, all right, they're gonna find me. I just have to stay alive for 3 days without, starving to death or dying of dehydration. Because they would send someone.
It's just a jumbo maze.
Every direction looked exactly the same in the dim light of his headlamp. Narrow tunnels and uneven rock walls
What if it floods? Do they do that?
offered no landmarks
Oh my god, it starts raining.
to help him remember where he had come from. With every step, the situation became more desperate. A single wrong choice could leave him wedged in a passage too tight to escape. Or worse, he could fall into a hidden fissure. Even with
Bro, I mean, like, I understand he could get in a path that's, like, too tight for him to retreat. But, like, couldn't he, if he was like, oh, this is getting tight, I don't remember this, turn around.
without physical injury, it would be easy to wander in circles until exhaustion took over. The recording, which began with excitement as he entered the nervous breakdown, could have ended as a tragic documentation of his final moments. After what felt like endless wandering in circles, Edward finally spotted a small but familiar detail, a piece of marker tape he had noticed earlier on his way down. Following it, he was finally able to find his way back.
James! Oh. You're over here? Oh. Dude.
Dude, I was about to start smashing my head against the wall, man. It's been days. Where have you been?
This place is a maze, man.
Oh, hey, I see your light.
Dude. I thought we were never gonna see each other. Dude, I know. Oh.
After reuniting, the brothers stayed together for the rest of the expedition and eventually made it safely out of the cave without serious injuries. This experience didn't stop them from exploring caves. They continue to upload videos to their YouTube channel, but now
DMT trip down there, yo, that would actually be like a crazy torture. Like, hey, if you don't give us the information, we're gonna give you DMT, knock you out, and then leave you in a cave, and you have to find your way out. You know what's so crazy is the rampant change in YouTube content. I could really see like a stupid YouTuber be like, I'm going to go down in this cave and then I'm going to do salvia. I'm going to go down in this cave and then I'm going to take something. See if I can find my way out.
now they do so with far more caution and much better preparation. The following story took place in January 2014, when a group of cave explorers set out to conquer Lost John's Cave in Lancashire, England. This impressive cave system stretches for about 3 miles, with known depths reaching around
How long are they down there?
700 feet.
This is like an all-day thing.
Most of the team had years of caving experience behind them, and, like many seasoned explorers, they were confident in their abilities. They carefully prepared for the expedition, studying maps, planning their route, and packing the necessary gear. But in the world of caving, there is a brutal truth. When something goes wrong, no amount of planning can guarantee safety. Even the most experienced explorers can find themselves in life-threatening situations. That is exactly what happened to one member of the group, Bob Johnson. At first, the
bro's name is Bob. I thought they were gonna say his name was. I heard Butt Johnson. That's why I rewinded. Bob's not that crazy. His name's Robert. When I originally heard it, I heard Butt Johnson, and I went, "There's no way this guy's name is Butt."
team moved deeper into the cave, using their equipment to overcome each obstacle.
But one of them couldn't make it past everything. Butt Johnson.
But everything changed when they reached a section known as the Tube, an extremely narrow passage that required crawling forward on their stomachs. To make matters worse, part of the passage was filled with water, making visibility and breathing even more difficult. Despite the dangerous conditions, the group decided to continue. The thinnest member went first and managed to squeeze through. Bob Johnson went next.
What? I feel like you send the fattest guy first. I'm not trying to be fucked when I say that. Why the fuck are we sending the thinnest guy? That ain't letting us know if everybody can fit through it. You send the dude that's big as shit. You send the guy, dude, if it's like me and my friend that's like 6'5", 250, I'm sending him first. Because what the fuck it matter if I can get by it? If he can't, I gotta turn around.
And he was far less fortunate. At first, he made steady
And then say he does get stuck, I can pull his ass out.
progress through the tube, but soon he began to struggle, even in the slightly wider sections.
And then that would make me less nervous. Because I wouldn't want to do it and then be like, oh my God, I barely made it through there. Because if a guy that's like 50 pounds more than me makes it through, I'd be like, oh, well, I'm definitely going to make it through this.
Somehow he reached the narrowest part of the passage, and that's where his luck ran out.
Why would they keep going forward? I'd be like, nah, pull me back.
He became completely wedged from the waist down, and every attempt to free himself only made things worse. Being stuck in such a tight space is already horrifying. The feeling of solid rock squeezing your body, the walls closing in, you can't move, you can barely breathe, and panic begins to creep in. For Bob, the nightmare was just beginning. On top of being trapped, he now had to face a far more terrifying threat: rising water. Water makes any caving trip infinitely more dangerous. In a dry cave, even if you get stuck, at least you have time to think, time to plan. But when water starts rising, the situation becomes deadly within minutes. Imagine freezing water slowly climbing up your body while you are trapped in solid rock, unable to move.
Oh my God, I never even thought about how the water's probably like fucking 40 degrees, bro. You're like deep in a cave in England in the winter or like the fall, dude. The water's probably fucking ice cold.
The terror is indescribable. Bob knew he had only a short...
I don't know why I was thinking it would be like, oh, like a cave in like Costa Rica, like hot in the jungle. The water's gonna be warm.
Short time before drowning became a real possibility.
Wow.
And he fought desperately to free himself. But the water soaked through his clothing, making him heavier, and his escape attempts even more hopeless. Just when the situation seemed completely hopeless, one of the team members had an idea. The idea that would ultimately save Bob's life. Instead of trying to push him forward, the team members behind him began carefully pulling him back the way he came, and it worked.
The crazy intelligent idea they had to save his life. I'm like, damn, what are they going to come up with? They're going to like tell him they're going to like cut his clothes or something. I feel like if he couldn't get through, the first thing any human is saying is, all right, well, let's just pull you back the way you came. Like, if you're stuck going through, I'd be like, well, let's just turn around. You know, just pull him back. Like, why would you keep trying to go forward? What? I'm happy he's okay, but like, why was he still? I thought they had already tried that. You know what I mean? I thought that was like an unspoken thing. Like, he couldn't get through, then they couldn't get him back. So it's like, all right, well, the logical thing is he has to keep going.
Worked. Bob was finally freed, though his ordeal was far from over. Later, he shared in the comments that he and the two teammates who rescued him had to crawl for another 3 hours to escape the cave through an alternative
3 hours
route. This incident left such a deep psychological scar that even today, Bob says he can't watch the footage from that day without experiencing severe anxiety. This unsettling video was filmed by Jacob, an experienced explorer obsessed with uncovering the secrets of abandoned mines. For nearly 20 years, he had descended into forgotten tunnels, documenting his journeys and sharing the hidden history of these places with his viewers. But this time was different. This time he encountered something he would never forget. On the cold, rainy evening of December 5th, 2017, Jacob drove down a dark, deserted road toward another abandoned mine, unaware of what awaited him underground.
The forest is slowly overtaking the old mine ruins at the Waldeck mine.
Okay, that's the portal to the Waldeck mine. I'm inside.
Bro's calling it a portal. It's over.
The wind has kind of died down a little bit, and
All right, so I'm gonna walk through this weird cavern into this nether portal, and then we're gonna be in the mine.
it's not raining, so I managed.
I've been told if you explore this cave at 3 in the morning, you get sent to like an alternate universe
To stay dry.
I'm trying to find the back rooms.
Of course, I'm inside this little alcove, kind of. But anyway, you come down this little incline path, and then big boulders here you have to climb over, and then the tunnel's right behind me this way. So let's check it out. Let's get in here.
At first, everything seemed normal, almost calm. But the deeper he ventured, the stronger a strange feeling of unease grew inside him as he passed beneath rotting wooden beams, barely holding back the crushing weight of the earth. After more than 15 minutes of walking, something strange appeared on camera.
We're going to take this branch
Oh my god, like an animal?
tunnel that we skipped on the way in.
Did you see the white light or another person? Do you see the white light appear further down the main haulage tunnel in the dark on the right side of the screen as I pan to the left?
I'm assuming that X means a dead end or somebody died.
A faint flash of light deep in the tunnel, like a
Oh my god, I did see that.
tunnel, like a distant. A faint flash of light deep in the tunnel,
It's right there, you see it? Wait.
like a distant. A faint flash of light deep in the tunnel, like a distant flashlight beam. Though Jacob didn't notice it at the time, moments later, disturbing sounds began to echo through the tunnel. Soft, whisper-like noises coming from somewhere just out of sight.
Do you hear that? Sounds like,
Stop fucking moving!
What, is that wind?
It sounds like wind. No, it sounds like somebody's watching like a video on their phone.
I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that?
Oh my god, and then it got quiet.
It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but...
Bro, I'm pretty sure that's saying, you see me, you see me. Yo, him going... I don't think that's wind. What if that's like a demon or a fucking ghost down there? Yo, that motherfucker's probably so confused.
Well,
That's gotta be fake.
What that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but... That's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or...
A bird? You're underground.
What that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but... Wow. I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here and head back out to the portal. That was weird. I think I keep hearing something. That was strange. I hear the air blowing here. Wow. I'm getting out of here, and you can really hear that airflow. I'm getting out of here and heading home.
Uneasy,
Yo, you could fake the fuck out of like really good YouTube horror videos if you and your friend went down here, did this video, but your friend just acted like he didn't know you and like was like really disheveled, covered in dirt or something.
Jacob turned back toward
And then you shine the flashlight and he's just standing there.
the entrance. But on his way out, he noticed another tunnel he had missed before and cautiously decided to investigate.
Looking down the tunnel here.
What the fuck is this? This really does look like a fucking, like, AI-generated backrooms, dude. This is really an abandoned cave. This is so creepy. Like, this is out of a walk-through horror game. Oh my god, is there somebody standing there?
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there. Don't know if you can see that in the video or not.
Inside, Steel chains hung from the ceiling, ordinary at first glance, until he saw one of them slowly swaying back and forth, as if someone had just touched it. That was
Oh, I'm thinking like, it looks like there's a tube, like somebody's
enough for
holding
Jacob. Realizing he was not alone, he immediately left the mine and never looked back. To this day, he still has no explanation for what happened in that tunnel. It remains an unsolved mystery.
I like that so much more. I like the like, ooh, that's spooky. What was that? Versus Bob couldn't fit through the tunnel. He almost fucking drowned.
This unsettling 30-minute video was filmed by a man named Daniel, who entered a cave with two of his friends despite having no proper caving experience or equipment. Only a few minutes after going
they've never been in a cave before.
Underground, they got lost, as anyone would expect. While searching for a way out, Daniel discovered a small chamber crawling with massive spiders.
Oh! I'm not scared of spiders, but there's a shitload of them.
Where?
Okay, spiders, don't touch me and I won't touch you.
And to make things even worse, one of his friends nearly became stuck between the cave walls. At first, the group tried to stay calm and act as if everything was under control. But as the video goes on, the tension rises and panic slowly begins to take over. Fortunately, after a terrifying struggle in the darkness, all three of them eventually managed to find their way out unharmed.
That one wasn't that bad. I think if you're like, if you have like arachnophobia, that'd be really rough. At least, no matter how bad and tough it gets, at least you're not in a cave. Cave divers, when they have a 500K house, loving wife, 3 adorable kids, and the cave is named "Do Not Go In There, You'll Die" in the worst way possible. Oh my central heating system, but not AC. Oh my God! How hot do the homes get? How hot are the homes in the UK in the summer? They average 14 to 28 degrees Celsius. Brother, freedom units, please. That's 57. What's 28? To 82? 82? Oh my God! I gotta ask Small Fries about this next time I stream with him. 82? Brother, in the summer, if it was 82 degrees... Oh my God. Yeah, but you have fans. So maybe, but like, bro, that's crazy. So maybe the cold spot thing isn't fake.
Of being watched. These are all extremely common things, I feel like, in a bar. Oh, I kind of feel a bit sad. Sit there chugging on beer the whole night. Oh my God. Who's watching me?
Yeah, it's a packed room.
Yeah. Are you looking at me? I feel like I'm being watched. Also, like, probably, like, just smell like shit. Just a total slosh. People are looking at me, ain't they? To appease the angry soldier customers, people stick money into the ceiling to cover his tab so he can continue his drink in the afterlife, which is kind of fun. See, I like little bits like that.
That is fun. That's really fun. Sticking $1, sticking a $5 to the fucking ceiling.
Yeah.
Every time I go,
write a little message. I love bars that do that. Those are my favorite types of bars. Dive bars that have, like, the fake IDs just fucking stapled to the ceiling. All the fake IDs they confiscated stapled to the ceiling, and then there's dollar bills lining the bar that are just, like, fucking nailed to the wall. Bro, those are the best. And there's graffiti on the mirror so you can't even look at yourself in the bathroom.
The next stop on our journey takes us south to the Mediterranean, where the most haunted island in the world is located. Poveglia.
I think that's...
Bro, I feel like we watched a vlog of somebody go here. But isn't this like an asylum where they killed people? Like, that's a hard pivot from a bar where one guy died.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Poveglia is a small island located in northern Italy and is home to a former plague hospital.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, how much would somebody have to pay you for you to be alone here at night? You get a sleeping bag. That's it. You got to sleep in this room. Like right in the middle of the floor.
People have been living on the island since the 400s, but it wasn't until the 1500s that it became a quarantine zone for the plague. After the plague ended, the area was abandoned until 1922 when it was repurposed as a psychiatric ward. Today, it sits abandoned and barred from the public for 60 years after the ward closed in 1968. Now, it is a hotspot for ghost hunters who get special permission to investigate there. And what makes this place so haunted is the mass graves that house thousands of plague victims all across the island. Many who have set foot on the property claim that it is 50% dirt and 50% human ash.
That's a lot of ash.
That's a lot of ash. Locals call it the Island of Ghosts because of how many spirits have been spotted. The most well-known specter is that of a mad doctor who jumped to his death.
Bro, you know the most fucked thing I saw the other day was in... I would love to go... Like, I love going to museums. I love going to, like, historical sites. I was watching this TikTok of somebody that went to Auschwitz, and they took a picture in, like, the gas chamber, and you could literally see the nail scratchings of people trying to, like, claw their way out. Like, and it's still exactly the same. Like, it's unchanged from that time. Like, that's fucking horrifying.
Because of how many spirits have been spotted.
Like, that shit being haunted, I would understand if somebody tried to claim that, too. Like, stuff like this, where it's like, yeah, hundreds of people died, and then they burned their bodies.
The most well-known specter is that of a mad doctor who jumped to his death in the bell tower. During his tenure at the psych ward, he performed hundreds of lobotomies that left people debilitated and in severe pain. Shortly after his death, ghost hunters claim to have contacted the doctor and sometimes see him roaming the halls. And in 2000,
well, like, he's the evil spirit mainly that's there. And he's, like, stuck because he was killing people. Dude, do you think the doctors in that time actually thought lobotomies were good? Because I understand medicine was at a different rate or, like, different point. But, bro, that was, like, 100 years ago. People were given lobotomies. And I understand the medical, experience was less. But you're a doctor, and you're shoving an ice pick in the top of somebody's eyeball, and you're cutting a part of their brain to make them more happy, and then you pull it out and you instantly see, like, the fucking part of their consciousness just leave because you effectively just gave them brain damage, like irreversible brain damage. That, or, like, what if you fuck up the lobotomy? Because that's had to have happened, too, where it's not even a successful lobotomy where they're, now just, like, emotionless and a husk of their former selves. Like, you fucking stab the wrong part of their brain, and then you fucking pull it out and they can't move. Like, you've paralyzed them.
Zach Bagans and the Ghost Adventure crew.
Bro, I love this guy. I used to watch Ghost Adventurers when I was a kid.
Were granted access to the island to investigate.
What is the intro? Oh my God. That's like the most nostalgic thing, and it's so fucking stupid. He's like, my name is Alex, and I've been hunting ghosts for however many years. They still make episodes of that show, by the way.
My name is Zach Bagans. I never believed in...
My name is Zach Bagans. I never believed in ghosts. And it's like these early 2005 cutscenes. They're just like zooming in from a low angle into his face. Like, imagine this is the camera. My name is Zach Bagans.
Where there, they claim to speak with multiple victims of the doctor. Go ahead and show one.
They just don't speak the language at all. He's reading a fucking cue card. I'm
gonna try some English here just to see what happens.
That's hard-hitting proof. But the episode's most notable highlight was when Zach got possessed by a demon and freaked out at his camera crew.
Me?
Yeah, said you.
Whoa. Stop, dude.
This is gold. I love it. How many times does this happen?
A lot.
Motherfucker gets possessed all the time.
But it's only him, too, the main character in the show. I think there's like 30 seasons of that show. 29 seasons. You know how successful Ghost Adventures has to be for Zach Bagans to get his fucking show renewed 28 times? Oh my God. It has an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. How?
Demons.
He's around a lot of demons, but after a while, it's like, goddamn, Zach, do you not have any other precautions? He said that he got so haunted that he became like blind.
Yeah,
That's why he has to wear glasses, right?
Yeah, special glasses.
I feel like there's so many episodes where literally he gets possessed and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. I think it's a mixture of cocaine. I think it's a mixture of a little bit of alcohol. You're trying to tell me that Zach Baggins doesn't go around carrying a...
It's not Ghost Adventurers. What's the one where they're like, the ghost is telling me to take another shot of whiskey. I'm getting a weird urge that I need to drink more. That's Ghost Hunters. Different show. Competing shows. Both equally as stupid.
A flask of peach schnapps.
I believe it, you know.
I think this ghost is telling me to do a sidewalk slammer with a green apple for Loco and a liter of Colt 45.
I would believe in a heartbeat. He does a little bump, takes a little swing.
How does the ghost know what a BBC challenge is? Good thing I already have a buzz ball, a beatbox, and a Cutwater in my pocket.
Wig. And I think he takes like horse testosterone or something. He's sitting there and he's just like all wired up. Punching hole in drywalls and shit. I mean, I wonder how many cases that he's gotten possessed where he's like freaks out the crew.
I bet.
Or members of his crew freak out on them too.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Did he get possessed at Hell House?
No, I think his cameraman did, and then he did. Which is my favorite part. Because I'm pretty sure he said them like, dude, Zach, what is going on? He's just like... He's like, dude, I became so violent, I feel like I wanted to kill you. While cursing and filling his arms in the pitch dark, he began to punch the walls and wander aimlessly through the chapel. It took 5 minutes of freaking out before one of the other co-hosts, Nick, came over and performed an exorcism on Zach by telling the spirit to let it...
May Christ compel you, leave Zach. Zach Bagans is a good man making a Ghost Adventures show trying to document your hardships that you had to endure. Leave him now, I command you. Leave his body. My name is Zach Bagans, and I never believed in ghosts until I encountered one.
Go, which I do love a drive-by exorcism. I do love how easy exorcisms can be. Hey, you're gone. Hey, let go of him. Thank you. He's a powerful priest. No fisherman dares go near the island, believing that it is cursed with dangerous spirits. Other than the Mad Doctor, of course. Locals are fully convinced that the island is infested with vampires.
What? Ghosts and vampires?
I didn't realize we were going to be touching on vampires in this haunting video. If you're attacked by a vampire, it is technically kind of a haunting because it is a dead man.
It's true. Yeah, undead.
We kind of skirted the game, didn't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
This is because multiple bodies were unearthed with stones and even blood in their mouth, leaving many to believe that they were recently up and walking around feasting on human blood. There's probably people fucking, this. What's horrifying is when people are like, he's dead, and they bury him, and the people wake up, and they're like, oh my god, he's a zombie trying to get out, and no, it was just a guy trying to claw his way out of the...
Well, that's why didn't they used to attach a bell to, they would have a hole that would go all the way underground in your coffin with a bell, and they would leave that for like a few days in case you happen to wake up, you'd start ringing it. But then I feel like they changed that too, because it used to be customary that you would let the body sit in your house for like 3 days. Like if somebody died, you would just leave them for like 3 days just to make sure. Like, are they actually dead? Or because you could check a pulse, but you're not like, because that's happened where people have gotten buried alive.
That is my nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. That's why I almost I want to have like a little pill in case anything happens. I could be like, oh, I'm done.
See, I would just have a contingency where it's like, if you're gonna bury me, cut my head off.
I kind of like that idea. I feel like I wish that was kind of a more normal thing. Also, I think that's also why the Vikings did it, right? Just set them off. You fucking...
Isn't that actually not as accurate? I thought like Viking funerals were not very common. Let me bang it. The famous imagery of a body burning in a long ship set aflame is largely a myth. Real Viking funerals involved land-based cremation on funeral pyres or burial in graves and mounds. So it was like... Viking funerals existed in the sense of maybe burning a body, but not where they would row you out into the ocean and then fucking shoot a flaming arrow at your body. Why do you keep saying bang it? I'm trying to start a new wave of in saying Google it, you say bang it. I would be willing to hard pivot to maybe Yahoo that, but or edge it, I would, yeah, like, I don't know, but that, if I say let me edge it, that might be, I don't know.
The Valley of the Kings is one of the most important archaeological discoveries in history, but it is also one of the most haunted places on Earth. The first tombs were constructed.
I want to go, I don't want to, like, uncover burial sites or tombs, but I want to go inside the pyramids so fucking bad to, like, actually witness and stare at, like, etchings that somebody put into the wall fucking thousands of years ago is so cool.
Around 1500 BCE, and for thousands of years, Egyptian pharaohs and nobles were buried in the lavish rooms. That's what I'm going to say. I watch some people. There's like YouTube videos, people like being like, "Oh, I'm going into the Valley of Kings or whatever, the tombs and the pyramids." No. I'm so claustrophobic. Try not having a panic attack watching one of those videos. Go ahead. Watch a guy go up these stairs. Like, there's this hallway to get to the king's room. You have to go
But this is exactly where I would want to go, though. I'm not saying I don't want to fucking go in the claustrophobic part where you got to climb up a fucking half broken ladder that's like fucking 2 feet by 2 feet and you're just like breathing out so you could shimmy through. I would want to just go here.
This huge, steep, narrow thing, but also it's one way, so people are also coming down. So you're like trapped in this thing, and there's like watch a video and try not to have a panic attack. Go ahead. Challenge and pop.
I don't think I would have a panic attack.
Possible. However, it would remain relatively untouched until 1922, when Egyptologist Howard Carter discovered King Tut's tomb and unleashed the mummy's curse, which, you know, that everyone knows King Tut. But, and everyone, you know, there's a lot of movies about mummies and all that kind of stuff. But the string of events that happened after that motherfucker opened that tomb is kind of odd. I will say that. As soon as the tomb was open, nearly everyone tied to it began to die off in mysterious ways. This is no shit. It's very weird. To the point where I'm like, this might be the only story on here where I'm like,
Well, the only story where it actually has some sort of, like, grounding in that it's a curse or a ghost.
The first one to go was George Herbert. He was at the tomb when it was open and paid for the entire expedition. He died from mosquito bite that led to blood poisoning only 4 months after the initial opening of the tomb. Which you could be like, all right, hey, it's a mosquito bite.
Unlucky.
It's gonna happen. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, mosquitoes and malaria have killed half of the people ever born. What are the odds?
In Africa, there's like marshy, swampy area. There's gonna be mosquitoes everywhere. Next up was George Gould, who simply visited the tomb before succumbing to a fever 5 months later. A little more suspicious, right? Yeah. Motherfucker just all of a sudden got a fever. Come on, I don't know.
All of a sudden got a fever and died. Because I understand this was a while ago, but dude, getting a fever doesn't usually cause death, even in the fucking early, like, 1900s.
Oh. Sir Archibald,
like, you're just sick.
Douglas Reed was invited by Howard to perform the x-rays on Tut's body, but died from cancer related to x-rays before he could make it to the tomb, which, to be fair, they probably didn't have very safety good precautions for the x-rays back in the day, but still kind of scary. The next two to die were A.C. Mace, who worked with Howard Carter to excavate the tomb, and the other was the Honorable Mervyn Robert Howard Mollick.
They all died. Not one of them lived. Do you think after 5 of them died in your group, you're like the last one alive and you're like, I'm fucking cooked? How many, if you and like 6 of your friends open up fucking King Tut's tomb, 3 of them die, I'm going, this is surely a Final Destination-esque scenario we're in. We're fucked.
Hugh, whatever, Herbert, a cricket player and the half-brother of George Herbert, and he too was one of the first people to enter the tomb. Long name, too long of a name. You gotta die. Both men would die of pneumonia a few years after the tomb was open, and a year apart from each other, which seems just a bit odd.
Yeah, this is...
For noblemen, for people who have, like, money and stuff at the time, and also that their deaths were almost, like, a year apart, exactly a year apart.
Yeah, this is very suspicious.
Sure, the mosquito bite guy, right? Sure, the x-ray doctor that didn't use any safety precautions and he's given x-rays every 7 minutes as practice. Sure. And the other guys? I don't know. Howard's secretary would...
So did they not used to, like, stand behind a wall or some shit when you would get x-rays? Because x-rays are radiation. You're not supposed... Like, if you got an x-ray every day, that would be really bad. That's why they always leave the room. So they used to just stand there. All right. It's weird. I feel like I have a third arm growing out of my butt. Oh, my God! Sorry, I had to make the joke.
Howard's secretary would be smothered with a pillow while at a bath club. Edgar Steele, the man in charge of the artifacts from the tomb at the museum, died from stomach illness believed to have been caused by foul play. So now people are just getting murdered.
Foul play?
All right. And lastly, another museum worker in charge of displays was found dead in his bed from an unknown cause. An unknown cause! Just dead. He's gone. Do you think it was that easy? And the mummy got him.
I don't know. I feel like it is weird that, do you think that was a genuine curse, chat, or just like a weird set of circumstances? I feel like it is weird. It's the most convincing out of all of them. The only thing that would make it more convincing is if they all died in unprovable ways, you know? Like if it wasn't a coincidence and they all genuinely, like, it was like they all had a heart attack exactly 1 year apart. Like, that'd be freaky.
All of these deaths occurred within 12 years of the tomb being opened, and all of them had connections to the tomb, all right? And many have speculated that there's a scientific explanation for the deaths, but others believe it was the curse or even the result of satanic worship, which I don't know about that last part, but I do think that could have been the mummy stuff. Aleister Crowley believed in the occult and described himself as a religious prophet. Though he wasn't at the tomb's unveiling, he was in the same circle as all the men who died. Crowley was known for performing ritual magic, and his diary entries contained multiple references to specific times, methods, and religious symbolism associated with some of the deaths that happened from the people.
I don't know, bro. Some of these images I'm seeing. Big funny hat, bro. He had like a ball in between his legs, and he was like, why is he giving the crazy eyes to the camera every fucking time? God damn, just smile. Fuck.
To note that Crowley was in London at the same
like that is not his resting face.
Time of each of these deaths. Like, or just like make it like, I think he did it. And all of those convicted of the crimes were his friends. If you manage to escape the curse of the mummy, you can expect to see plenty of other ghosts walking the valley at night. The most commonly spotted is a chariot driven by a small man who rides only at midnight. It is said that the sounds of horses pounding on the ground and whips cracking are common before it approaches. Witnesses describe the chariot differently, with some claiming it blazed as it passed by. It's totally lit on fire. I know it's just not a little...
Part of me thinks with a lot of these things that, like, the latter half of the witnesses of, like, the ghost creatures are just, like, trying to be a part of the group, you know? Like, I would get maybe the first person being like, I think I just saw a fucking ghost chariot. And then somebody else, like, a month later being like, I think I saw a ghost chariot. And then that gaining traction, and then every other tourist being like, yeah, I saw it. And it was on fire. Because you have to one up them, you know? You gotta have a better story than the person previously. They saw a fucking chariot and heard whipping noises. I think it was on fire. And I'm pretty sure he was kicking a soccer ball. I think he might have been holding a lightsaber.
Our last stop takes us to a little closer to home on an island just south of Mexico City, known as the Doll Island. Julian Barrera was a simple man who owned an island in
Milco Canals.
While he lived a relatively normal life, he would often collect dolls and nail them to the trees, as well as hang them from branches, believing it would prevent him from evil spirits. Or he was a psychopath, and that's just scary. As the collection grew, the dolls began to talk to him and soothe him to sleep.
Yeah, I think he's just insane.
He would go to the dumps and look for dolls to bring back to his island, where he would dress them up before hanging them alongside the others. Though the exact reason why he started collecting them in the first place is unknown, most people believe it's because a young girl drowned near his island. That he collects dolls. Probably to appease the ghost.
Exactly. I feel like he drowned the young girl.
We don't know that. You're making assumptions that are probably true. But we don't know. The story goes that the girl was swept away by the current while playing with her sister. Her body, along with the doll, floated to Julian's island, where the dolls spoke to him, and the girl...
Oh my god, and now he feels like he has to just do this so she doesn't haunt him.
His voice demanding the doll back. Annabelle. Annabelle reference. So to ward off evil spirits, he nailed the dolls to the trees, but one doll wasn't enough, so he continued to hang more to appease the anger.
I don't know. Do you think the doll... don't you think the doll wouldn't appease it? It would just invite more of the evil spirit? You just got to start pinning John Cena WWE dolls from the year 2006.
The more dolls he collected, the more word spread about his...
That would defend you.
Island. And eventually, people
just start pinning dolls of The Undertaker.
People were leaving their own dolls. And in total, there are over 4,000 dolls, making it the Guinness World
4,000
record holder for world's largest collection of haunted dolls. All of this went on until 2001 when Julian and...
There's a fucking... Guinness World Record sucks now. I'm sorry. There's a, like, anything and everything's a fucking record. If you really tried your hardest, you could have a Guinness World Record. Because there's thousands of them. And it's like, why is that a record? Who's going for that record? The largest collection of haunted dolls. I would get the largest collection of dolls. I could see that being a record. The largest collection of haunted dolls. Why is that a record? How many instances of mass haunted dolls are there? 5 ever?
His nephew were out fishing. While on the boat, Julian exclaimed to his nephew that there were mermaids in the water singing to him. What? Before his nephew could even react, the old man was found dead, face down in the water, allegedly in the same place where the girl had been found. After his death, the island only seemed to get worse as other people began to see and hear some mermaids in the canals around the island. And throughout the island, thousands of dolls are said to move and talk during the night, but there are a few dolls in particular that paranormal investigators are interested in. The first doll ever hung up is inside Julian's former one-bedroom home.
They have specific dolls that are more haunted than others? I thought it would just be the whole island's haunted by the fucking dolls.
People who have gone near it have claimed to hear it talk and demand for more dolls on the island, which is fucking creepy. Also, just want to say, too, the visual of tons of those, and then to think at night they all start talking, that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool visual.
$4,000.
If the doll asks for more dolls, you just bring something that's not on category at all. You just show up with like a Bluey plushie. Is this okay? It's all I could find at the gift shop. You bring Elmo. Just fucking staple him right to the tree.
Dolls talking.
$4,000 being like,
all right.
No wonder Julian's just like, the mermaid is into me. You know what I mean? And bring me your doll, I need Beanie Baby. You bring me Beanie Baby hanging on tree. The second doll, Augusta Tinta, was said to be Julian's favorite and the one that he would talk to the most. It's said that when Julian was alive, the doll would walk around the island at night, protecting him and even curing his illnesses. The fuck kind of Christ-like doll is this thing? Fuck's sakes.
But then why did he die in the same... I don't understand this shit. He did all this for nothing because then he ended up drowning the same way. That's like... I feel like this is just like a tragic sequence of events.
There's a small shrine that surrounds Augustine where people leave small offerings in hopes that she will protect them too, which is fun.
Mr. Beast goes there. All right, guys. So this is the most haunted doll of all of them. And usually it's customary to leave some sort of offering so it doesn't haunt you later. And look what I have. It's just a fuck. It's the new Reese's Cup. Not Reese's Cup. It's the new Peanut Butter Cup Feastables bar. And Nolan's head. Just kills Nolan right on film. All right. That was a fun video. I enjoyed watching that. Inside the world's scariest meat market. Is that real? Why does that look like a doll?
Sulawesi's markets are just on this completely other level. People call it Asia's most extreme market for a reason. This is like the final boss of extreme food culture. I've never seen anything quite like it.
This is pure and utter madness.
Even Indonesians from outside this...
I feel like I'm not really... Okay, I've never eaten a bat before. Would I try it? Yeah. I would try a bat, but like... I feel like in a crazy exotic meat market would be like some shit that's poisonous. If they were selling like Fuji or whatever it is, like fucking puffer fish. No, not getting that. That's how you get COVID? Dude, then I'd be patient zero.
Downright terrified of this place. It is not
Fugu, not Fuji.
known to have everything you
That was just a duck.
can imagine. Cats, dogs, rats, pythons, and endless numbers of bats.
All right, hard pivoting what, yeah, okay.
I gotta be honest, guys. I don't know if any of this ever makes it on.
Would you eat a dog? No. I'd eat a guinea pig. I would never eat a dog. I'd never eat a dog or a cat. I think that it's, obviously it's like different culturally how you view that animal, but I truly believe that like dogs and cats are basically bred to be human companions rather than food, so I don't think it even makes, not even just moral, but like logical sense to eat a dog. Would you eat a horse? I would try a horse. They serve, when I was in Iceland, I can't eat a horse, because I have alpha-gal. Anyways, I would try one though if I could. But yeah, they have horse in Iceland. That was like a big thing on one of I went to like a big steakhouse and they had a bunch, they had steak, they had whale, they had horse, and then puffin. And I was like, wow, I'm not going to try that. And I wish I kind of did, because now I can't. Whale? Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't like whale. I don't think I would like eating whale. Puffin probably would just taste like chicken. And I would bet that horse just tastes like steak.
YouTube.
And what
I would bet horse tastes like steak.
What appeals to me
like
is
word for word.
Isn't about some kind of crazy shock value. It's not some weird medical claim that's driving the appeal. It's not novelty for tourists. It's none of that. This is what people eat here for Christmas dinner.
In Tomahan for Christmas, you
Oh, is this like festivity? Like this is like where people splurge.
eat like bat?
Yeah, we do.
Like that's the specialty.
Correct.
And what outsiders see as just completely insane, as extreme, is just everyday Minahasan culture. It's part of the tradition here that just never really modernized. So why does this still exist?
The wing is the best.
I mean, isn't it becoming more and more outlawed to eat like what would be considered Western pets in Eastern countries? Like, I feel like I've seen a lot of shit where it's like becoming more and more, I guess, normalized to just like not like, hey, don't eat that. Like, I know that's obviously a stereotype too, of like Asian people, which is just racist. But I'm pretty sure that's like in most Asian countries, that's like not even really a thing.
That's crazy.
It's the best bit. Yeah. In my family, everybody will just like, fights for the wings. Yeah, no kidding.
Here's my plan. We're going to check out a few of these markets to see if the food is actually mainstream or if these are just...
What do you think bat would taste like? Like a bird? I feel like it would taste really bad. Like chicken, but like something's off. Like something's really not right. Well, like, just like a mixture of like chicken and turkey.
Few fringe stalls that are pushing this narrative on the rest of the world.
Crocodile? I've eaten crocodile or alligator.
And I'm gonna...
I never know which I've eaten.
Push myself to the limits, of course, by trying this stuff out at a local restaurant. Check it out.
I think a dog would be the line for me. I would try like horse, I'd try guinea pig, I'd try rat, bat. I couldn't eat something that, like, I have as a companion. I would not be able to eat a dog. A cat? No, that's what I'm saying. Like, anything that I would say I would classify as, like, a pet. Obviously, guinea pig's a pet, but it's like, I don't really have an attachment to, like, a guinea pig.
If I'm the only one there. And finally, we've got to head out to the source. We've got to trek into the jungle, try and find some locals to take us on a true hunt and see if we can see...
What is that? Oh, my God, just right over the flames.
How this stuff...
Holy shit, just cooking him with his fucking organs in and
goes
everything.
down Sulawesi style.
It is pretty thick Sulawesi jungle, and for just some tiny ass little rats, it is wild.
How do you catch a rat in a jungle? I feel like I would starve to death in the wilderness in fucking days, bro. How does somebody catch a rat? I would be running around that thing. Like, you would have to set up a trap. Raccoons are becoming domesticated. I would love to own a raccoon. They're little bandits. Wait, where is this? Sulawesi. Have never seen this on GeoGuessr. In Indonesia. I never guessed that island.
Just like...
Oh my God, I could tell you right now, if you fucking spawn me on this goddamn road, I'm going Jakarta. If you spawn me on this road in GeoGuessr, I'm going, that looks like English, but I can't understand any of it. There's no special characters. It just looks like I'm reading gibberish. That's how you know that you're in Indonesia. Because it's like, okay, Babi Utang, Pazzolo. I like what? I don't know what I'm reading.
My kind of jam, you know? Just roadside, retailing bats. Boar, python, bats, frogs. Well, hello.
Ooh, I'd eat frog, no problem.
They're skewered on sticks like some kind of popsicle from hell.
What an entrance to a market. We didn't even get there yet. We just saw this roadside guy just hanging out here. I have bat blood dripping all over my hands, but if you ask me, that is a good start to the morning. Let's go. All right, good morning.
All right, we gonna get a taste test here? I wish we had like a Disney adult go to one of these markets. All right, guys, so the market's gonna close in under an hour. Are we gonna be able to see how many bats we're gonna be able to eat in the next 30 minutes? Like, are we gonna be able to make the rides in the next hour?
People, we are in the Tamahon market, which is well known.
I'm looking for a few items that I don't know whether or not they're gonna have.
Well,
first off, fugu. Poisonous fish.
Or has the reputation of being
Are those eggplants?
one of the craziest meat markets in Asia. I gotta admit, so far, it is beautiful. But we're about to step into the meat section, which of course is where you beeline to when you hit an Asian market.
I would act like I'm an expert. I'd wander around. I'm just staring. I'm staring at a dead bat. I'm just like, hands behind my back. I'm just kind of pacing like, how much? Ooh. Ooh.
Crazy. Woo. That did not take long.
Yeah, I'm happy he blurred that.
As we hit the corner of the market, there are some blackened out roasting dogs. There's pigs everywhere. There's a dude carrying around a tray of, is that rats or squirrels? That's rats.
Oh my God. Do you think they're seasoned?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, like I could not, like I'm not, I'm oh my God, I don't think I could eat that. I know I'm stuttering. I'm like, holy fuck.
Oh, if you guys know anything about me, you know I'm very much a rat
I don't
fan.
think I could eat that. I would try it, but like, dude, I would want you to just hand me a piece of meat and just be like, tell me if this tastes good. Don't tell me what fucking animal it is. I don't want to see the whole dead rat and be like, all right, I'm going to buy it on a stick.
Of the market, there are some blackened out roasting dog squirrels. That's rats?
Yeah.
Wow. If you guys know anything about me, you know I'm very much a rat fan. I don't know why it's become this kind of like sick addiction. Jungle rat here in Sulawesi is a huge, huge thing. But we're going to venture a little bit deeper into this market, see what else we can find.
The second you step in, it is just absolute sensory overload. There's not one or
Oh my God, I love that guy. Smoking a cigarette, just fucking cleaving away at this hunk of meat.
absolute sensory overload. There's not one or two stalls here. Every
Oh,
vendor
they're all doing it.
is just stacked with jungle fare. And one thing mainly jumps out. Bats. They are everywhere. They're stacked on trays, they're hanging on hooks. Vendors are flapping them about to try and attract customers.
Oh my God, guys, I don't think I've ever seen a market like this. This is pure and utter madness. It's just like, we are 2 steps in. I thought I'd have to hunt down the exotic meat, but this is like next level.
And the sight is wild. But the smell is what really brands it. Just burning hair, charred skin, blowtorches, firing up the...
Yeah, like, I don't want to say are they overcooked, but the bats are char black. Is that just, are they not cooked and they look like that? Like, I'm going to be real. I don't think I've really ever seen a bat close up in real life. I know they have, like, fur, but you only see them in the sky.
Second and order lands.
We have huge pythons hanging from this structure. The boar is everywhere. Obviously, not that common in Indonesia. I'm so used to not finding pork in Indonesia at all, but this is a Christian area, not Muslim. So there's plenty of wild boar everywhere, just like hair on, and wow, there's some big...
That lady had a Gucci shirt on.
That's right here.
You think that shit was real? It's a little B-roll. She kind of looks disgusted by that.
That is wild. Oh, wow. All right, guys. That, I've got to admit, is kind of gnarly. Just the texture, the kind of wetness on my skin.
Oh, God, it's wet?
The like mini claws that are biting into my hands. The rubbery nature of it. It is just like one ugly looking creature. I guess we do like the
Is that its penis?
locals do. We buy a couple of these bad boys and we got to cook one up.
Do you think the wings kind of taste like chicharrones?
So this is how they
Could get behind that.
normally sell it. So the same like that, slightly roasted. So it's easily they will when someone's coming in here and buy it, that will be clean all the stomach part. That's it. And then sometimes you can ask them to chop it or not, just like this.
Oh, you don't eat the wings?
He's taking off the wings, and I think he's going to give it a quick blowtorch so that it ends up a bit more like these guys hanging out down here.
The hair singed right off with a blowtorch.
Okay, there seems to be a pretty specific set of features that we roasted down, like the claws, like the hair right off the body. What we have now is just like naked fat.
And then it's broken down. Shoulders cut, chest pried open.
How much do you think the back costs?
What's left
$5
is hacked into chunks, ready for the pot.
We have this kind of...
Bro, I'm eating right now. I could eat watching this, no problem. I never understand that shit. Oh, dude, I'm eating. Oh, dude, I'm eating. You're not watching somebody throw up. Bro, you know what you're eating? You know what you're eating? Probably a dead animal. You know what you're looking at? A dead animal. What the fuck? I mean, the disconnect's unreal right now. You're probably eating chicken wings, watching somebody cut a bat up, and you're like, oh, no, this is ruining my vibe. You're eating a dead animal.
Lovely assortment of fat parts ready to roll.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
We got a sub, people. Yes. Oh, thank you, sir.
One package of fat ready to go.
I want to see him eat it. When are you going to eat it?
This looks like a nondescript house in the middle of Sulawesi, but in fact, it is a restaurant. And inside, they have some of their local specialty dishes. This is like a common local eatery. It's not like you got to go to someone's backyard who cooks up special Chinese medicine infused, whatever, like you might find bat and cobra done in Jakarta. Here, it's...
See, cobra's a no-go for me because that thing's fucking poisonous. Like, anything that kills prey by, like, poisoning them to death or, like, inserting some sort of venom is a no-go. Like, I wouldn't want to eat that. You also have alpha gal. I could eat a snake, Zod. Snakes aren't fucking mammals.
a staple. So we're going to check out how it's done right now. Let's go.
The Minahasan people are devout Christians.
How do snakes have sex? I'm not Googling it.
And it is absolutely everywhere you look. You walk into a restaurant even, and you can just feel it everywhere. There's crucifix.
They don't? No, they do. No, they definitely do. I don't think it's like a salmon thing where like one lays an egg and the other fertilizes it. They have coils. Yeah, I'm assuming it's like a hole.
Verses on the wall, and just this faith is woven into this space. And in my mind, that's kind of starkly juxtaposed against what is on the menu. It's not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just not what I usually...
That's no problem, bro. Rice with chicken, I'm getting that off rip.
...associate with sort of really traditional Christian meals. Either way, the menu is just straight up jungle fare. There's bats, pythons, dogs, you name it, and the place is just packed. Locals are pulling up, lining up at the counter and ordering canteen style like it's just another weekday lunch spot. They're like, I'll take a better cat, a better dog, some of that python, a bat, please. It is kind of wild. And out back, the cook is already in his groove. I hand him the bat, and he is more than happy to show us how this is done from scratch.
All right, the fly's going over. It's a problem.
The bat first gets cubed, and I'm talking just straight up cubed. Everything is going in this thing. Organs, intestines, the hairy ears, those pea-infused wings and skin, the whole lot.
Pea-infused wings? Pea? Bats store pea in the wing? No.
People, they eat with
pea. Am I mishearing what he's saying? Pea from the wings.
Guts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a medicine.
Wow. Yeah. With the guts in the bat.
Yeah. Obat apa? Oh, asthma. Asthma medicine. For the traditional remedy, they will get the guts out and don't know, some like mix with something you can do for asthma remedy.
Okay, I like they're giving a
time it hits the pot, I'm already questioning my life decisions.
It looks kind of wild to me. I'm not
I would be like, make that shit extra well done. I want it to be like char.
gonna lie. I thought the bat wouldn't be that bad, but I think it's kind of like, it is pretty challenging with like all the guts and the organs and everything in there.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think the bat's the problem. It's that it's eating, like he's cooking everything. If it was just like, oh, we're gonna take some of the meat.
After a good 20 minutes or so of boiling, the bat is then set aside, but the wok water, notably, is saved.
The broth, they will drink it. So that's how they keep strong or maybe healthy, just like traditional medicines, apparently.
The wok is then refilled with oil, and the cooking shifts gears. We're gonna add some lemongrass, garlic, huge spoonfuls of chilies, shallots, ground turmeric, and then, of course, the bat. And on top of all of...
Hey, they're kind of saving it. They're kind of saving this right now. It kind of looks disgusting still, but like what they're adding, maybe I'd give it a try.
This. He pours back in that leftover broth, that rendered down stank, just to add a little bit.
I need to smell this. Can YouTube implement a system where there's like some tube that just emits whatever this smell is? That would be if it smelled rancid, I would throw up. But if it smelled like chilies, I'd probably be able to eat it.
More funk to this water.
I'm not looking forward to this bat anywhere near as much as I was the python. I don't even know if you guys saw the python. Might be a different episode.
We're then going to hit this with some pretty intense heat. Just basically stir fry it up. Just like that, we have one bat cooked up Minahassan style, ready to serve.
It looks gross. If I'm being like to me, like that's an intestine or something there. I wouldn't want to eat it. But like I'm not judging anybody that would. I just think that I would not enjoy that. No.
Hi guys, we have here a giant bowl of sliced and diced up bat. Well, it looks more edible now than it did earlier, I've got to admit, but regardless of how much extreme food I have eaten, this is...
I think the texture would be a big factor. If I bit into something and I got like I was biting into like a ligament, that would induce instantaneous vomit from me. Like it would be like just like in the same motion I would throw up. Or if I like bit into like an organ of some sorts and it like kind of popped in my mouth like a gusher.
I have eaten. This is probably going to push me to the limits. There's something about a bat with its reputation, and then seeing this thing cooked with just like all of its guts, with the broth added back in for like extra flavor from it being boiled. But this place is packed. Everyone's chowing down on a bat and python.
Oh, is that a bone?
So if everyone else is doing it, I guess we dive right in.
Nice. Dive right in. What do you mean? I guess we dive right in, dude. You're doing a fucking Squidward bite right now. What the fuck is this?
Man,
it's tough.
And it's tough. Your skin is just so tough. It's wild. It's almost like a leather. Just eating that. You gotta really work it. You know, you guys might not have seen it in this episode, but I literally just chowed down on a bunch of python that was cooked this exact same way. And I was under the impression that it would be very much the same flavor profile. You cook two animals in the exact same recipe, but this is completely different. This texture of a frog, it is just the craziest, oddest creature. There is nothing like this. That is for damn sure. It's got a bunch of this black skin. Oh, there's hair on it. Oh, I don't know if I can do the hair. That is, wow. Look at that. Sorry guys, I draw the line at the hair. That is bonkers. You gotta really work this thing to get at this meat. And I thought this would almost be rat-like. Well, let me tell you, this is so much of a leaner animal than a rat. The organs were placed in here with this as well. And that is clearly like a kidney or a liver. And he said this cures asthma. Now, I don't have asthma, but it's put in there for people to eat. We're gonna chow down. Sort of powdery. That's almost better than the meat. Like, so
I'd probably rather eat that. I'd probably rather eat. No. I know I had a kind of like a guttural reaction when I saw it, but I would rather eat that because I feel like it would be more akin to like something that I've eaten already versus like just the weird bony bit that's covered in like tough skin.
You eat it? The wing?
And why'd they cut off the wings and fucking get rid of them?
It's like lots of people, that's most favorite part, the wings.
I think what we have here is like an elbow, you know what I mean? The middle of that middle knuckle of a bat wing. And this is apparently the prize bit. So we're gonna try it. Here we go, guys. That's all skin that comes off it. It is so thick, so rubbery. You can taste or feel tiny micro hairs that weren't blowtorched off it. It has a real gamey flavor. I think the gaminess.
See, that's what I would be fearful of. I bet like raw that with all the seasoning stuff probably smells fine. CEO, no, the gaminess is a no-go.
From this is what is kind of throwing me off. A really, really difficult flavor to handle. Let me tell you. Whoa. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. That is tough. No. Oh.
Oh, and he's being so respectful, though.
Not for me, guys. Let me tell you.
Like, if this was like, they just pull a guy off the side of the street, they're like, yo, try this. Some dude from, like, London. Yo, try this. He'd be like, oh. I think texture is the bigger thing for me than taste. I think the gaminess I could probably get past. I think having to bite into it and yank it and then, like, chew it and it's kind of like gummy, no.
Out. That's a tough one.
Like, I could get by it tasting bad to me.
All right, market number 2, people. What's this market, Nita? Langawan Market.
Oh, God, there's another market. What are they going to fucking sell at this one?
A little bit outside of Tomahawk.
Oh, is this even for food? This looks like betta fish. Nah, that shit looks good. That shit looks good, though. What is that? That looks like smoked salmon.
Hi guys, this market seems wild right away. We've got these huge kind of grilling stations behind the various stalls, similar to what we saw in Tomahawk, where once you order something, it just gets one more blowtorch, maybe to clean it off before you hike it back home. I see huge chunks of python getting grilled off, the dog in the corner. There is bats absolutely everywhere. And again, it just seems to be like a primary meat in this area. It's not just like some kind of novelty. Cat, python, more cats, dog. Wow, I wonder if you can even show cats.
Guys, these pigs, these long-nosed pigs, is just wild, right?
The lamest people on the internet.
The internet's got its variety of niches and groups, but I think I found the lamest one. You know, Looks Maxes. This is them, but like even lamer somehow.
Look at this. Blackpilling. Bro, I keep getting on like blackpill content. Like, people use this one clip of me where I say the first thing that somebody recognizes about you is your looks, and that's how they determine whether or not they're attracted to you. But then after that, I talk about how the majority of building a relationship and actually getting somebody to like you is your personality, and they just cut that off. So they just cut that off. So they put the clip of like me saying, hey, like, people, the first thing that somebody notices about you is your looks. And then they're just like, yep, that's it. I'm like, that's not it. Like, I will say, yes, I think when you find it, like, finding somebody attractive is off looks. Like, that does matter more than some people say it does. But in terms of long-term relationship capability, no. But I'm saying, yes, the first thing that somebody recognizes about you is your looks, because that's their subconscious opinion is going to be how you look. But that's not the only thing that matters. And like, the way that I understand Black Pill is that the only thing that matters is your looks. And I think that's wrong, because that is where not only, yes, maybe in the terms of like the first thing somebody notices is your looks, but then they're going to realize your entire personality is structured around how you look, which is like obscene narcissism. Like, it's just building a fucking rapport within yourself of like, I look great. I look great. I look awesome. This is how I need to look. I need to change my haircut. I need to start mewing. Maybe I should get facial surgery. Bro, you're 20. Bro, your brain's not even done developing yet. You're going to get fucking plastic surgery at 20 years old because you think that you don't look good. Like, it's your life, fine. But I'm saying, like, don't think that, like, that's the end all be all on whether or not people are going to like you is how you look. It's because they take, like, the idea of black pill is they take something that isn't absurd to say and then make that the only thing that matters. Like, good-looking people get better connections in life. Is that true to a degree? Potentially. But I think that's the idea that looking good gets your foot in the door. But when you only care about looking good, and then you get your foot in the door, and they're like, okay, hey, and they start asking for your qualifications, or they want to learn about you, and you're the most dull person ever, because all you care about is whether or not you look appealing. It's like, man, that's like, I don't know. It also causes so much stress within yourself, you know? The idea of having to constantly be like, I need to look this way. I need to be this attractive. It's now you're like, you're hindering your own mood, you know? The pivot of how you feel in life is going to be how you look that day. Like, I don't know, man. And it's just like living for other people.
Black pill content. This is a group of people that believe looks and genetics are the most important thing in life, and they decide how every interaction is gonna go, which is, you know, sort of.
Well, what is it? It's like it's like subhuman, sub 5, sub 3, low tier normie, high tier normie, Chad. Like, there's a ranking system in the black pill like community where they like rank what you look. And a lot of the time they'll say that I'm like a normie or a low tier normie. Like, I saw one guy do a whole facial analysis on me and he said I was a 5. He said I was a 5. And he was like, if he fixed his hair and got Greek curls, he'd maybe be a little bit better. But they'll be like, his nose is crooked, his jaw's too far out. I'm like, man, bro, I don't care. And the guys that are making those analysis videos are like 3s. Like, I just, how are you going to sit there and make all of your content about like, hey, I'm going to rank how this person looks when you're like literally in a basement that's wet underground, just like fucking just ranking people? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm a 5. I don't care. Right? Like, I used to care so much about how I looked, and I still do fixate on certain things. Like, I fixate on my hair a lot, right? Because I do think I am going to go bald. And so that upsets me. But like, there are days where I'll just be like, I didn't do my hair. And I'll just like fucking leave it. So.
And the thing that makes these people so lame is that they're quote unquote straight men who edit other men because they think they look good. Or they argue about which man they think looks better in a comment section and just bully people who aren't conventionally attractive. When I know damn well.
Well, who's the famous guy that's technically the pinnacle of like black pill Chad? Oh my God, who is it? No, not Marlon. It's like a famous Hollywood actor. I don't know, man. I mean, like, this is the guy that's like one of the guys. Oh no, it's Ian Somerhalder. I would agree more on Ian Somerhalder than Jordan Barrett. Ian Somerhalder's a fucking hot guy. But like, I don't know, why is he the pinnacle of like Chad? Because his facial structure's good? Like, it's because, oh, well, they'll say I have a negative canthal tilt too, and that makes me look like a bitch. I'm like, chat. This is like actual shit where it's like they'll analyze me and they'll be like, yo, he looks like a bitch. I'll be like, damn. Okay. It's like, if you ever want to feel the worst you've ever felt in your life, ask somebody from the black pill community to rate how attractive you are. And they will be like, yeah, man, I think it's cooked. You're so ugly. They'll be, and I'm like, God damn, man. Like, the fucking standards we have.
Oh, these people are behind their desk looking like this. and telling me this guy's right eyebrow is bigger than his left, so he's cooked. And then proceed to tell me this is the peak of male beauty.
Yeah, man. like cheap. Bro, actually, some shit that looks like you got plastic surgery.
Alright, bro. As a part of this video, I've looked into the species I'm a cold.
Honestly, bro, I think the biggest thing about attractiveness is how you carry yourself. I've seen, and you could say this is like some glaze shit, I've seen a lot of guys that own how they dress. I think that's a big thing. What you wear changes how like that's more important than like I need a Mog in fucking Muse so I could fix my facial structure. Bro, if you got like good drip, and not like good drip where it's like I need to wear what people want me to wear, you wear drip that you fuck with and you like and you own it, people find that attractive. I'm not trying to say like Adam Sandler, right? That guy's old, but like Adam Sandler owns his shit. Like that's an attractive trait for him to own the fucking baggy ass basketball shorts. He looks like a cornball. Like he wears cornball fucking clothes, but he owns it. And so nobody cares. It's not cringe. Like if you own your shit, people are like, fuck with that. Because it's like a level of authenticity rather than trying to be somebody that you're not. People recognize fakeness and they don't fuck with people that are fake. And a lot of the time, like BP community people are trying to be somebody that they feel like they need to be rather than somebody that they are.
People or black pill people, I've studied their behavior and learned their lingo, and really I don't like what I found. And just to be clear, black pill is more like an extreme version of looks maxing, not necessarily all looks maxes, but you know, drag making that distinction. The first place I looked to study these creatures was TikTok. There's a good chance that you've come across a black pill editor too. Normally what these consist of is a stitch of somebody saying...
No. The fucking music they use though is peak. I gotta say, if you see a BP edit, the video is fucking awful. But they edit it to where it's like, damn, this is like not convincing, but mildly interesting.
Something like, oh, looks don't matter. Or someone that's not seen as conventionally attractive literally doing anything.
Yeah, but I'm kind, smart.
See, like that's so fucking sad. Nah, like this guy's a cuck commenting that. Sub-Zero looking at me. Bro, like, nah, you actually work at Burger King, bro. You work at Burger King and you don't have friends. Like, and you're sitting here commenting on people that fucking, like, actually, nah, you literally, like, this motherfucker commenting against this woman, like, being an absolute dick about her appearance.
Thoughtful and caring, and those are things that matter more.
What did this poor lady do to you? Literally anyone can get hit with a black pill edit, nobody is safe. And normally the people that make these edits obviously leave their face out because almost 100% of the time they look like this. But on the rare occasion where the editor includes themselves in, it's so obvious every single time because you just see this ethereal looking world-renowned model and then this nigga. Okay, just try and figure it out yourself. Let me show you an edit and I want you to figure out which one is the person that made it.
Okay, no, that's...
Did you...
I feel like that one's a joke, though. That one's a joke, though.
Did you find them? Let's try another one. People in the comments are just flaming this nigga too. This guy just replied with this image. Fitting. I don't know where this nigga thought he was going with this. That's not a sneak in, that's trespassing. Twin being nice does not cost anything. Okay, but on TikTok you also find the higher ranking BP people having mug offs.
Bro, like what the fuck? This is an actual thing? A mog off? And they're getting donations to see who looks better. This guy's making like a weird rock smolder right now. This guy, I feel like this guy got the mog off probably. I'd vote him winning.
But can we address the elephant in the room though? This BP business is kind of zesty. Really look at the facts here, alright? We have men editing other men.
Yeah, it's like full focusing on other guys' attributes and being like obsessive over how they look.
Because they think they look good. And I've looked at how these people act and speak too. They worship Marlon like a deity because they like the way that he looks. I don't know about you, but that sounds a little sus to me. You know, if they're taking back shots or not, that's not really my concern. I just had to.
I really do feel like Marlon has a very big BP community. Like, not even like he's trying to have it. It's just like, I bet Marlon has a lot of people that just like him because they find him attractive, but it's also like a lot of people that like want to look like Marlon.
I saw gay, so I said gay.
But these BP people like to throw around the term female gaze. The whole goal of BP, I guess, is to capture the female gaze. And they actually do have a calculated way that they measure attractiveness. It's not just, oh, I think this guy looks better. And this is known as PSL. And
bro, I don't know, man. I really feel like it's personality, bro. I have seen so many guys pull girls way out of their league at bars because they're just really good at talking. And I'm not even saying flirting, just holding a conversation. Like the amount of my friend, like I would say Brooke's out of my league, right? I would say that she's much more attractive than me. I don't think when we started dating, I don't think I was like some savant at talking, right? But like I think I got lucky, right? But I do have a lot of friends that I think are very interesting people. And I wouldn't say they're ugly, but they outwardly say their girlfriends are like 4 tiers higher than them attractiveness wise. And it's like, it's not because they went on the BP route and they pulled her. It's like, no, they went up, had a conversation, found common interests, right? Liked each other. And it's like, then that's how they find you attractive. Like,
alongside PSL, they also use the term appeal. Appeal is more just people finding you attractive regardless of your PSL. Now with PSL, this is where we get shit like this. This is what you would call a PSL god.
Oh my gosh.
But a PSL god wouldn't necessarily have appeal. Because again, look at this shit. So I guess PSL is purely for the male gaze then. My zesty theory.
Is that a real photo? That's not a real photo. Chat, that's a real image? No. That is. That jaw structure is unreal, though. But that's what I'm saying, like, I'm not judging this guy by any means either. I feel like why is like, I think it's just like the more like you look like a stone sculpture, the more attractive you are on a PSL scale.
This is where we get shit like this. This is what you would call a PSL god. But a PSL god wouldn't necessarily have appeal. Because again, look at this shit. So I guess PSL is purely for the male gaze then. My zesty theory is being proven again. And I find this is no better time than any to really dive into the BP terminology. First word you probably already know, it's Chad. These are people that the BP community can collectively agree, you know, look good. So mainly like these 3 models. And then we have Chad Light. What am I talking about, cunt? But anyways, this is just a little lower. You wouldn't really be considered a Chad, but I don't know if you have to apply for Chad status. Is that something that they do?
No, I always thought that you can't move up. Like far, right? In the BP community, well, you could like make yourself more attractive and move up, but like if you're sub 5, you're never going to be a Chad in the BP community. But if you're like a Chad Light, if you got like a different haircut, maybe like they'll fucking up you. I don't know.
But if you're an unidentified attractive person, you're what's known as an unknown slayer. Like this random ass kid in the back of this video, he went viral on TikTok for a little bit. People calling him unknown slayer. Another example is this one guy. I just wanted to point it out because of this comment. Nigga said bro is real life Marlon.
Bro, what the f is you even
real life Marlon? Like Marlon's an anime character that doesn't exist?
talking about, bro?
Like, what the f does that mean, bro? I'm telling you, they worship this nigga Marlon like a deity. They don't even consider him real. And if you're the very pinnacle of male attractiveness, you're what's known as a true Adam. And this one guy they call a true Aladdin because he's Middle Eastern. There's not really a pattern there because that's the only example I could find. So maybe there's a different true so-and-so depending on
who's like a true Adam though.
The race. I don't know. And then we have the term high tier normie or HTN for short, which means you're a really good looking person for somebody that's not an actor or model, just missing out on Chad Light status. There's also mid tier normie, which is somebody who out of 10 is like a 6 to a 7. I know what I just said. Just be cool.
I think people normally rate me like mid low tier normie.
Please. Then there's a low tier normie, which is pretty much just an average looking person. And then, you know, sub 5, which you know what that means. That's pretty much all the dumbass terminology these niggas use. But we also have the president of Black Pill, Clav. You know, interesting guy. People call him the insecure final boss.
Marlon Boggs. Didn't he say, oh my god, wait. I know this clip.
Marlon Boggs, all of you? Yeah, but he's black.
Yeah, what a fucking comeback. What a fucking comeback. Isn't Marlon also not black? Like, it's just, Marlon Moggs, all of you. Yeah, but he's black, so.
No, he's not.
Reasonable take. But overall, the whole belief with black pill is lookism, which means if you're chopped, people are just gonna treat you
Like what that means. Like, what an outwardly racist thing to say. Like, it's just like, yeah, but you know.
Obviously, people do treat you different depending on how you look. You see how they did Dream? Bro, people who had never heard of him were just flaming him after the face reveal.
What do you think the BP community rates Dream?
Just because he looked a little bit like Rumpelstiltskin. It's really just the angle he recorded it. He's not even chopped for real. See? But you know,
Sub 5?
the idea of people...
I feel like they do like low tier, normally sub 5. I don't know. It's just like anybody, dude, when you go on like BP TikTok, you realize anybody you like, dude, like Brad Pitt, for example, they probably rate him pretty high. I would say Brad Pitt is a 10. I would say Brad Pitt in Fight Club is a 10. Like, he is like a very attractive guy. But I feel like I could say that. I don't know what they rate him, but I wouldn't be surprised if like I would say, hey, this guy looks like a 10, 4. And here's why. And then they'll give you a 4-paragraph statement on like every small thing that's wrong with their face and why they should be rated lower.
Treating you differently just because of how you look. Black pillars just do too much with it.
Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he were Chad? Well, probably not.
What? 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 Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he was a Chad? Probably not. Is this a fucking meme video? Clav is trying to say that if Charlie Kirk was more attractive, he wouldn't have gotten fucking killed.
Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he were Chad? Well, probably not, and here's why. Good-looking people experience something called the halo effect, so it's quite possible that if Charlie were to be better looking, someone wouldn't have hated him enough to assassinate him.
The whole mess.
What? 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 What the fuck? What are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? If he was more attractive, he wouldn't have died. I mean, I could understand like you're saying the halo effect of like people like more attractive people, not in the argument of assassinations. I feel like the immediate counterpoint to that is like, it wasn't John F. Kennedy considerably one of the most attractive presidents ever, shot in the head, broad daylight.
You just lost to me now. I don't even know what's going on. The belief in this
What? Oh, well, he was a Chad White. He wasn't a Chad.
idea is objectively wrong and also lame. Please find a place of employment. Where are you finding this time to edit over people that you have chopped? See, self-improvement and I guess looks maxing by extension is not necessarily a bad thing. And honestly, I believe having deep pockets is more powerful than looking good. Let's take this guy Cuffham, for example. See, I'm not gonna say he's chopped. Let's just let the results speak.
The first algorithm we'll look at is designed to judge the beauty or attractiveness of your face.
Point two? No fucking way.
We'll give you a score between 0 and 10.
But he has motion and he's pretty financially abundant and he has managed to acquire females. Money and status really has a larger influence on how you look. Am I about to make my own pill? I'm gonna call that shit purple pill, or PP for short. But deep it though, Elon Musk could really bag more than a broke ass nigga that looks like this. And Elon really built like a Tesla for real. But it doesn't really matter because that 0.7 in his net worth could retire several generations, alright? Yet black pillars still believe looks are everything.
Damn, I didn't even think about that, bro. The 0.7, $700 million.
Generations, alright? Yet black pillars still believe looks are everything, you slow ass niggas. So you know, instead of smashing your skull, how about you get some motion? Looks maxes, black pillars, they're a community and they like to share their knowledge. And the best place to see this in action is Reddit/looksmaxing advice. Whatever you do, if you want actual advice, do not look on here. Let's take a look, shall we? 15, male, is it over for me? Nigga in the comments said, you could just be famous. Alright. Bro must have taken PP. That stands for purple pill, by the way. Okay, next. What can I do? Please be honest. Okay, so niggas are trolling. Okay, so the 1 in a billion chance that, okay, the 1 in 0 chance that this is real. It's time to let it go, Unk. Let me try to find some actual serious ones then. Alright, this guy, 28, chronically single, and I know my forehead is huge. Okay, sounds reasonable. His forehead cannot be that bad. Interesting. The comments have some helpful suggestions. Shaved head might be the move. Maybe balance it out with a light goatee. You evil ass nigga, okay? You know what you're doing, bro. Gain about 30 pounds and you grow into that head. Is that something?
Gain about 30 pounds and you grow. Stop. I'm trying to. That's actually fucked. No, that's actually fucked.
You can grow into a head. Tell women you can read minds. Next, bro. Surprisingly, a lot of women are on this subreddit too. I don't think they really reply to
There's women in the BP community. I thought that's only, but is there like BP guidelines for women?
posts, but they put a lot of them up. And maybe my black pillars being zesty theory was wrong, because a lot of them put up shots instead of actually giving advice. How big is my forehead? 1 to 10. You know, coming from the last one, you know, I'm gonna give this shit a 1. I think a lot of people in the comments forgot that question though, especially fucking Shakespeare over here. I'm captivated by how pretty you are. I would kiss that big forehead. It's not big, just kissable is all. I'll give it to you, you're tough, I guess, twin. Shut of the year. And then there's this guy that just said, can I have your number, please?
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine! No, whoa, no! No. That is not the shot!
That's air, bro. That's straight air. And you know, sometimes even the girls' posts get flamed. You find me attractive. Why/why not? See,
why are women going on the looks max? I mean, like, why is anybody going on this? But why are women going on the looks maxing advice?
See, a lot of these comments are just not nice. But one stood out to me. This guy said, you look like you're offended by everything. Honestly, not a bad observation. You can't hate it. Okay, the more I dive down this subreddit, the less I believe it's actually serious. Just look at—
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it's got to be meme shit. There's probably like there is a BP community, but like, dude, a subreddit that anybody can join, bro. A lot of people are just gonna join it to troll.
some of these posts. Is it over for me? 214 male. It's been over for quite some time, Abe. 19 female. How do I improve my looks? Reincarnation, man. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it there, but you know, message of the vid, take PP, not BP. Bye. Outro.
Wow. Next video, chat. Why Otto Warmbier didn't survive North Korea. For the people that don't know Otto Warmbier, he is the guy that took the poster off a hotel wall in North Korea. They set him back in a vegetative state, and he died.
This is Otto Warmbier. He's a 21-year-old American college student.
My crime is very severe and pre-planned.
No, it was not severe. And I also don't know really if it was pre-planned. I think North Korea's government that killed this guy and effectively tortured him is full of psychopath narcissists that don't understand that somebody taking a poster off your wall really isn't that big a deal. You probably could have charged him for it. I think any other hotel would maybe get him for like vandalism, and it would be like a petty crime, petty theft, but not to the point where he has to be on a big news station and he's pleading for his life.
Travel agency. The destination was Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea.
On the early morning of January 1st, 2016, I committed my crime aimed at harming the work ethic and the motivation of the Korean people.
Are we serious? Are we serious? Yo, they wrote that out for him to say. There's no way. I aimed at harming the North Korean people's work ethic. He took a poster off a wall, bruh. You're acting like he took a on Kim Jong-un's statue.
After a night of partying, he allegedly took a poster from the hallway of his hotel. Shortly after, he was detained for perpetrating a hostile act against the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
I understand the severity of my crime.
Now he's here, trying to save his life, at the mercy of a totalitarian dictatorship.
I have been very impressed by the Korean government's humanitarian treatment of severe criminals like myself. And if—
Are we dead ass? Dude, when he got off the plane, that motherfucker got wheeled out. They put him in like a coma borderline. Are we serious? I respect how nice they've been treating me. When he got back, he died.
They're very fair and square legal procedures in the DPR Korea.
A communist regime that nurtures a deep hate for America.
The United States administration already knows about my act through the CIA. And
yo, I actually always used to say that I would go to North Korea if they let Americans go there. I'm now changing my mind because I know they would kill my ass. I have talked so much shit about Kim Jong-un
and North Korea in general, like so much shit. I couldn't pull up and be like, hello, I love your country. There's no prisoner camps here. You're not killing your people. You're a great leader. Your people aren't malnourished. No. You invented the hamburger. Oh, wow. Oh, your father invented the hamburger. Sorry. Wow. Really? Yeah, you just came up with the idea.
Connived at my crime.
Soon, the case of this college kid will escalate the already tense relationship between two nuclear powers.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the...
And I also, bro, I gotta say, it's not, there's no feeling bad for Kim Jong-un, but like, Kim Jong-un is definitively a product of the environment he grew up in. Like, Kim Jong-un would be a regular guy if he had not grown up with his father being a psycho dictator that spoiled him and like ensured that he would be the leader of his nation. Like, his son, Kim Jong-un wasn't even supposed to be the leader of North Korea. His older brother was supposed to. But his father called him a pussy and said that he couldn't lead because Kim Jong-un was better and like capable of doing that shit because his older brother was too into music and was too womanly or something. Like, Kim Jong-un was literally manipulated from the second he was a child to be the leader of North Korea.
United States, they will be met with fire and fury.
Otto Warmbier, at this point, has no idea what he is about to face.
An American is being held captive in North Korea. He was sentenced to 21 years of hard labor.
Those prisons are rough places. If something very bad happened to him.
Americans' fateful trip to North Korea.
Complete failure to recognize fundamental human...
And I mean, dude, you're not even thinking, like, not only is he in North Korean prison, he's in just foreign prison, which is already terrifying. Like, imagine you're a guy that only speaks English, and you get imprisoned in China. You're in jail or prison, and no one speaks the same language as you. Like, maybe in China they would. In North Korea, no one speaks English because they hate English. They hate Western ideologies. So you're literally just like getting screamed at. You don't know what's going on.
Rights.
The dreams of a young man.
You're fucked.
Destroyed by dubious charges from a ruthless regime.
This very press conference might be his last chance to save his life.
I don't want to say, yeah, and I know that, like, they have him. Oh, my God. I feel like this is just one of those scenarios where it's like, and I'm not going to see, I know Trump was president when this was happening, and I think what he's doing right now, and he's like, we need to forcefully take over Greenland. Fucking crazy, right? Like, Denmark literally says we could use their military bases, and, like, why is he saying that? For his own personal gain. It's fucking weird, right? But, like, this is one of those scenarios where I do wonder what would have happened if he was like, if Otto Warmbier comes back harmed, I will bomb North Korea. Like, if he just, like, flat out said that. Like, obviously he never would over this kid because he's not, like, I don't want to say it, but it's like, the U.S. does hold value over important figures in foreign policy, especially with obtaining, like, either prisoners of war or, you know, people that are held captive in other countries. Like, if he was not just a random college student, it would be different.
Son in my family. My mother needs me. My father needs me. My younger brother and my younger sister need me. I entirely beg you. One government of the DPR Korea.
I think he is emotional, but what sucks is he has to put, like, this begging plea when, like, he's not in the wrong. Like, he did a slap on the wrist thing, and they kill him for it. He did something so minute. The counterpoint people are going to say is like, well, he was in North Korea, you should have known. But it's like, okay, bro.
For your forgiveness. Please, I have made the worst mistake of my life.
Otto Warmbier won't survive, and his case will bring...
What'd he do? Took a poster off a wall.
the US and North Korea to the brink of war. But the version of events many people remember might not be true.
What? Can't start out the video
Much
like
of our
that, Fern.
research is based on this extensive GQ article. Find the link in the description. New Year's Eve, 2015. This is Kim Il-sung Square in Pyongyang.
It's not 2015 in North Korea. It's not 2015. New Year's Eve, different year in North Korea.
Thousands of North Koreans have gathered to watch the fireworks and greet the new year. Among them is a group of tourists. These are people from Europe, Australia, and the US. They're here with a travel agency, and they booked a 5-day, 4-night New Year's party tour for $1,200. Otto Warmbier is one of them.
I mean, that's crazy, dude, how much the country's changed since then that you were able to book a New Year tour in North Korea.
New Year's party tour for $1,200. Otto Warmbier is one of them. Now, after the fireworks, they return to their hotel, a 47-story tower located on a small island in the Taedong River. It boasts 5 restaurants, a bar, a sauna, a massage parlor, even a bowling alley. One of the restaurants revolves. Because of its location, people call it the Alcatraz of fun. During the tour, they'll drink at a fancy bar and eat at fine restaurants. And, on top, they get the full propaganda tour. They've already visited the 70-foot bronze statues of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, the country's first 2 dictators. They're regarded as near holy figures. State propaganda has it that when Kim Jong-il was born at the site of a holy mountain, a double rainbow and a glowing new star appeared in the sky. Today, his birthday, the Day of the Shining Star, is a public holiday. Citizens spontaneously salute the massive statue.
Yeah, and they have his dead body in a fucking box. Or some shit. It's either him or his son. They have his dead body in a box that they, like, fucking visit. Or some shit. It's fucking weird.
Homage.
Yeah, he's in an eternal
Propaganda
slumber.
is everywhere. Billboards show images of missiles striking the US Capitol. Other posters sport slogans like, "Let's arm ourselves strongly with Kim Jong-il's patriotism." Disrespecting the communist dynasty can get you in big trouble. According to GQ, the Database Center for North Korean Human Rights confirmed a case of a factory janitor being prosecuted for bumping such a picture off the wall so that it fell and broke. Otto and the other tour members need to be careful. One wrong move, and they could face harsh punishment. Otto was raised in a suburb outside Cincinnati, Ohio, the oldest of 3 siblings. In high school, he was popular, athletic, and smart. At both prom and homecoming, he was crowned king. Speaking at his high school graduation, he quoted Andy Bernard from The Office.
"I wish there was a way to know that you're in the good old days before you've actually left them."
Now, he's majoring in finance. Halfway through his junior year, he decides to do a winter break adventure to North Korea. It makes sense. He'll be studying abroad in Hong Kong in the spring. In 2015, the State Department's travel advisory for North Korea is clear. It recommends against Americans traveling there at all. On the other hand, the website of Young Pioneer Tours, Otto Warmbier's travel agency, said that traveling to North Korea was, quote, extremely safe. The tour operator specializes in taking...
Yo, that's literally cap. Like, if you, even in 2015, if you landed in North Korea and you just went, fuck Kim Jong-un, arrested.
You to destinations your mother would rather you stay away from.
Kim Jong-un is both fat and stupid. Arrested. Dead.
Parents had their concerns. But, as Cindy Warmbier later said, why would you say no to a kid like this? Early in the tour, the group is visiting this ship, the USS Pueblo. The North Korean military captured it.
I'm not suicidal.
In 1968. The North Koreans claimed it had entered their territorial waters.
I gotta rewind.
Captured it in 1968. The North Koreans claimed it had entered their territorial waters. Now it's a tourist attraction. When the North Korean tour guide explains that the ship was seized from the United States, he doesn't say
Yeah, and they always go, oh, with North Korea's might. With North Korea's might, we took hold of the ship. The very weak Americans died trying to fight us, and now we use it as a showcase that we're much stronger. Yo, we could flatten your country. Like, I mean, it's just it's garbage just being spit out of their mouth. Like, it is literally just like fucking king. Yo, nobody dick rides harder than the people of North Korea for Kim Jong-un. And it's not even because they want to. They have to, or they die.
United States. He says, the imperial enemy.
This is not political, chat, bro. I'm not putting a political warning.
In 1950 and 1953, the U.S. dropped an estimated 635,000 tons of bombs on the country, plus some 32,000 tons of napalm. Major cities were obliterated. 75% of Pyongyang was destroyed. During the war, as many as 1 million civilians perished.
Wow.
In 1953, a ceasefire ended combat in the Korean War, but a peace agreement was never signed. Technically, the North is still at war with the South, and with its ally, the US. Most Americans are unaware of this war, so much so that the Korean War is often referred to as the Forgotten War. Not so in North Korea. The North Korean tour guide explains what
some random history that I'm probably going to poorly explain to you is that the U.S. originally didn't even want to get involved in, like, Asian war, like, involvements. But during, or right before the Korean War, something happened with Taiwan, and the U.S. wasn't going to get involved. And because it was outside of, like, the line of protection or something that they had geographically drawn. And then there was something that roped in the U.S. to Korea, and then that, like, fucked everything for, like, the involvement of China and Taiwan, and then also, like, Russia, and how they backed the North Korean, it was like the Iron Curtain involvement, where they were trying to get South Korea to be taken over. And so it became this whole thing that the U.S. ended up getting in. I'm explaining this terribly. Yeah, it was like, originally there was no plan for the U.S. to even enter the Korean War. Like, we were just going to be like, we're out of it. It's not our problem. You know, and then they just roped us in.
82 American sailors that were captured along with the ship. They were beaten, starved, and only released after 11 months. Otto Warmbier is not visiting just any country.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I probably got info wrong there, and I explained it bad.
He's in enemy territory. Danny Grattan, his roommate during the tour, will later recount that Otto seemed a little bit shocked. To lighten the mood, he and the other tour members give Otto a nickname, Imperial Enemy. The rest of the tour goes smoothly. Sightseeing during the day, restaurants and bars at night. They even engage with the local kids by having a friendly snowball fight. One of the reasons people
You just throw an ice ball and kill one of them, and then that's a big deal, too. That'd be fucking scary, bro.
travel is to understand the world a little better.
Like, I feel like if I was in North Korea, I wouldn't want to do anything there. Like, I would just sit in a room and wait until it was time to leave.
Brilliant does that for learning. It helps you engage with ideas in a hands-on way, so you can unlock
It's an ad.
to everything on the platform. Back to January 1st, after the fireworks. When the tour group returns to the Yanggokdo Hotel, they split up. Some go to the bar. Danny Grattan heads to the bowling alley. They lose track of Otto.
I'd be hitting that bowling alley up too, bro. Oh my God. Second they say we got a bowling alley in the hotel, yo, I'm on the lanes nonstop.
When Danny gets to his room, around 4:30 a.m., Otto is in bed, sound asleep. Then, a day and a half later, the group is ready to get on the plane. It's time to go home. As the last members of the group, Danny's and Otto's passports are checked. The officers take an unusually long time to scan their documents. Then Otto feels a sudden tap on his shoulder. There are two North Korean soldiers behind him. they lead him away. Danny doesn't think much of it and jokes, "Well, that's the last we'll ever see of you."
Oh my God, and that actually was the last time they saw him. I wonder if he would be able, like, was there anything he could have told them that would have them let him go? Because, like, they know he took the poster. So is there anything he could have said that would have been like, even if he was like, I love this country so much, I wasn't trying to commit a crime, I just wanted to have this poster as a memento because I'm too poor to ever come back here, and this is just something that I really wanted to, like, know. Even then, it just doesn't matter. You stole it.
Months later, Otto is standing trial in North Korea's Supreme Court. He's accused of...
I was going to start a North Korean worship cult in the United States, and this was going to be something that I wanted to spread North Korean ideologies to the United States. Like, even if you were saying some shit like that.
Violating Article 60 of the DPRK Criminal Code, state subversion. The central piece of evidence is this CCTV footage. It's time-stamped. The early hours of New Year's Day, 2016. It shows a staff-only area in the Yanggakdo Hotel. A shadowy figure removes a poster from the wall and appears to set it on the ground.
Oh, he was in a staff-only room? Do you think they would have noticed if he had taken something from the hotel? That's what I know this is in the hotel, but I'm saying his room. Like, that's more what I would have tried to do. Like, if I was going to take something, like something from the room.
The poster looked like this, a propaganda poster, and it contained the Supreme Leader's name. Let's arm ourselves strongly with Kim Jong-il's patriotism. To remove it from the wall is a serious crime, a bid to impair the unity of North Korea's people. And that shadowy figure? According to the prosecutors, that is Otto Warmbier. The trial only lasts an hour. The Young Pioneers' North Korean tour guide testifies against Otto. A second witness takes the stand, an employee who says they noticed the poster had been taken from the wall. Otto's belongings are presented as evidence, and fingerprints are shown on a flat-screen TV. But most of the supposed evidence came from Otto's confession 2 weeks earlier. Here, he goes into the details.
Oh my God, don't tell me he actually didn't take the poster and they just framed a random guy.
On January 1st, 2016, New Year's Day, I committed severe crimes against both the people and the government of the DPR Korea. The task was given by the Friendship United Methodist Church. At the encouragement of the Z Society and the connivance of the United States administration.
He's saying that the U.S. government and the Methodist Church implored him to take the poster. Did he take it or did he just put it down? Like, I don't understand.
I came to commit this crime task.
The full story goes like this. His friend's mother, a deaconess at the Friendship Methodist Church in his hometown of Cincinnati, Ohio, instructed him to deal a blow to North Korea by stealing an important political slogan to be hung in her church as a trophy. As a reward, he'd receive a used car worth $10,000. Were he to be detained, the church would pay his family $200,000.
The aim of this crime was...
Oh, wow. So this was literally just all set up by North Korea, and they just framed a guy to, like, say that he was conspiring against the state.
To harm the work ethic and motivation of the Korean people.
He told his mother about his plans.
She cried and said not to do anything dangerous. I considered less, not wanting to hurt my mother. But since then, I received several alluring pressures from the Friendship United Methodist Church, leading me to finally decide on my crime attempt.
He then shared his plans with a member of the Z Society, a secret society at the University of Virginia that Otto wanted to join. He'd heard all of its members go on to get high-paying jobs.
He promised if I was successful, he would help me gain membership in the Z Society.
Finally, he decided to do it.
After I planned in detail to accomplish my plan.
Yo, and like, do the North Korean people in this room believe this guy, or do they also all know that this is a load of horse shit crafted up by some fucking dumbass on their end trying to say that, yeah, Otto Warmbier got paid by a random church pastor to fucking steal a poster, and that if he stole the poster, he would receive great financial gains and a used $10,000 car, as well as high-position job options when he returns. To steal a $5 fucking poster that is probably made of dog shit fucking material as well.
On the early morning of January 1st, 2016, I committed my crime of taking out the important political slogan from the staff-only area of the Angakdo International Hotel, aimed at harming the work ethic and the motivation of the Korean people.
And he explains,
What, the fucking one janitor and the maid at the hotel, dude? They probably have no guests at that fucking hotel anyway. I mean,
the plot goes all the way to the top.
The United States administration already knows about